Hey, Paul.
Hey, Dave, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Um, we are already live, so
Yeah, I just got a banner.
yeah, whatever you say and do will be broadcast. So, I'd like to welcome every AZ Drone dudes here already. Good morning, AZ. The winds are picking up, and there's going to be steady, heavy winds again today, and so I don't know anybody that might be flying in my area, but there again, it is what it is.
Uh,
I think I'm going to try and pull up the uh, river cam and see if we see anything. We can always go back to my standby picture here, but a lot of people like to see that river cam, Dave.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it's really nice. Stream Time Live has that, so everybody can watch it from all over, and it makes it really nice. And it's on YouTube. You just go to Stream Time Live, and they have several cameras available. The computer I'm using to put this on there with is an older one that I've had for a while. And it's not the fastest bulb in the bunch, but it does what it's supposed to do, which is
Yeah.
all that matters.
Gentlemen,
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
Hey,
what's up, boys? Doing good, doing good. How y'all doing this
Another day,
nice,
another day, another day.
day?
nice video, you.
Well, thanks, Dave. Much appreciated, bud.
Hugh does some good videos, doesn't he?
Not the best light yesterday. I wasn't really impressed with the footage, but it was a flight. I got out.
Well, any flight's better than no flight.
Yes, indeed.
And everybody can nitpick things and change things or whatever, but it's still is a good flight.
Tell you what, I'm frustrated with my FPV drone. I still could not get the video link working yesterday. It was working at home before I left. There was no problem. It seemed to be good and strong. Then when I got out to the field, I could not connect the drone and the friggin' goggles. Would not sync up. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, and that's the thing that really is not. I'm not a fixer. I'm a frustrator.
Yeah, I'm not much of a fixer either, to be honest. And I guess that's something I'm going to have to learn. But
well, I don't know if there's a medication that I can take for frustration levels, but I find the older I get, the easier and the more intense frustration becomes when I either think, Paul, you're being stupid, fix this. Paul, what's wrong with you, Paul? Why isn't, and
my problem is I flew this thing line of sight and I know how smooth and fast it is. I really want to fly this. This thing's going to be amazing.
yeah.
I'm kind of anxious. The
Hopefully it's you just one little stupid widget that you didn't check or you did check and you shouldn't check.
I'm hoping, but I suspect maybe there's the video transmitter's burnt.
Oh,
because it was working and then all of a sudden it didn't work and I didn't do anything. I didn't change anything. So I don't know. Makes no sense to me, but
you don't have a spare, right?
no. Luckily they're not expensive, but I mean, it's a brand new drone.
Yeah, most of the guys that fly all the time have a box of spares and different.
Yeah, that's because they accumulate them over time, right?
Yeah.
I'm brand new. So good morning, Night Train, AZ, Tim.
David is
Hi, Paul.
here.
Hi, you. Hi, Dave. Night
Hi,
Train.
David.
Tim.
How you doing, bud?
I'm waiting for the side effects to kick in. They told me there'd be all sorts of side effects. I've got no X-ray vision.
Oh, you got the shot?
Nothing's happening.
How you feeling?
apart from a need to drink whiskey and eat pizza. But that was normal anyway. So-
You've had no side
So far,
effects
no
at
side
all?
effects. No.
All
Yeah.
right. Now,
I got it.
which shot did you get?
The AstraZeneca, the Oxford one.
Oh, okay.
The one that in Denmark they've just stopped giving to people because it's causing blood clots or something. But
Yeah, minor details.
Yeah. what the heck.
well, apparently it's looking at the reports I've read. It's they're doing it for precaution reasons. There's no evidentiary link between the two. They've got enough of the other one to keep going for the moment, so they're going to give the scientists the time to prove or disprove things. So yeah, I'm feeling fine.
Did you go flying yesterday?
No, wet and windy.
Windy. Yeah, it's windy here too today. The trees are swaying, and they said if we could get gusts here up to 35 to 40 miles an hour again. So
Damn. Well, that's not exactly fun. But
Tim Rehan, good morning, Tim. How are you? Are you at work or are you just hanging?
hey, Tim, good morning.
Tim pops on every once in a while, late night when he's out and about.
Oh, pardon me. I've noticed no black helicopters, so I think they mustn't activate the chips until overnight or something.
Yeah, night train. 20. He says, yeah, same here, same there. 28 drones later, just a thing. Yeah.
Well, you know what, dude? This is my first little FPV drone, my little baby, my 4-inch 4-cell.
Gets bigger every time we see it.
Wish I could fly the goddamn thing. That's all. Is that too much to ask? I don't think so.
Yep. So anyway, I was glad to see that Roger was able to fly yesterday.
Did he put out a video?
No, he said what he's doing is he's gathering all together. I think he's going to do a montage type of thing
Okay.
because the only flying, he didn't get a chance to go visit Karen or go someplace else.
Yeah.
Because he had to run and get some supplies that he needed, and it was over by
Special
back
spot.
there. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so when he did fly, I guess he just flew some distance, from the house and out in each direction. And I would imagine his view still is pretty good, even though he's been getting some warmer temperatures. It's not like here where my snow is all gone,
Yeah, no. He's still got snow. So do I. Lots of snow still.
Yeah, David, you don't have snow, do you?
No, all gone.
Yeah.
We've had one forecast for it over the weekend, but none of the other forecasters are saying that. So, but then some of the forecasters are saying we're going to have a nice day on Sunday, and some of them are saying we're not going to have a nice day on Sunday. So,
Yeah,
It
one or
takes
the
you-
other, right?
take your pick and plans a weekend accordingly, and then get it ruined accordingly. Yeah,
Only job where you can be wrong half the time and still get a paycheck.
yeah, brilliant, isn't it?
Great. Somebody's doing something good.
Why don't
I'm
they
gonna
tell you
have-
that?
I know, right?
Early on when you're making your choices, you think, "God, meteorologist, job security," because you don't have to get it right.
I know.
I was meaning yesterday while it was a little bit warmer. Maybe you get out with the zero turn riding lawnmower
Mhm.
and bag up all those peanut shells.
Ooh.
It's starting to look like a third world peanut country here.
You need to get
But,
those squirrels trained.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe just put a little trash can out there and say, please deposit, but I'll get to it one of these days.
Motion graphics templates medium.
Oh. Night Train says the rivers are starting to float.
Oh, Tim worked last night, so he said that he's waiting for Inspector Maddox to get to the station because he needs to talk to him, and he may fall asleep. So Dave, keep him awake now.
No worries. Night Train, I wish
Hey.
you were around the corner so I could get your advice on my damn drone. But hopefully Corey will have some free time in the next couple of days.
Yeah, there's
Last night after the kids went to bed, but God, he needs a break. He had a long friggin' day yesterday. So
There's that statement from Night Train about the 5 drones just about sums up FPV, doesn't it?
yeah, they collect them. I know.
I see the cross dressers here.
Yes, yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yep. And so yeah,
Hi, Mike.
I think everybody's pretty much waiting for the turn, you know, the weather.
Yep.
And the turn in society when we're not in the lockdowns and everything else.
Yep.
David, did you get any more update on your lockdowns?
No, it'll be next Tuesday again. All they're doing is allowing an extra person to meet up.
Okay.
So it's 4 now instead of what it was before. Hi, Paul. Youngsters can go out and play non-contact sports. That's really about it. There's nothing major. And that kicks in on Friday. And we're getting another batch of things changing next Tuesday. But it's some of the other things they've done, they're opening up churches for group worship again.
Okay.
Up to 50 people, as long as the church can maintain social distancing. Well, the pews are too close together anyway in most churches, so it's every other row of pews and 2 people to a pew, basically, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, it's a different. It's if you'd have told me 3 years ago that we'd be doing this now, I just shook my head and said no.
Oh yeah.
No way. It's fiction.
Definitely strange times.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul, you got it right. My understanding here is we started out at about 62 at sunrise. It's now down to 54. Cold front is going to go through, and then we're going to stay in about the upper 40s and low 50s today, but really windy, gusty windy. So it's probably just as well that you don't have any real estate jobs to fly, although that Inspire would handle it, but just it's not a lot of fun to be out there in the wind.
No.
I go down by the water and I got that ball cap on, you know, and I've worn it so much that it's starting to not be as tight on my head. And it's also, my head might be shrinking, but if it gets windy, I can feel that ball cap flipping up and down a little bit. And I'm going, oh man, so
I'm going the other way.
take my hand.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, are you? I
put
take
my
my
ball
hand and
cap
pull
on
the ball
yesterday.
cap down a little bit so that now it's a wing down.
Yeah. I noticed I put on weight this winter, unfortunately. So morning, Sam. Thunderstorms and rain. Yeah, you don't get much of that out in the desert, do you? Okay.
Yep, Sam is in the house.
In the house.
I decided just to go on last night just because there wasn't anybody else going on. And about the time that we were sitting there, Dave and I and a few other people, thinking that maybe we wouldn't stay on, then Hugh joined us and he stayed for a while, and then somebody else came on and somebody else came on and somebody else came on, and
so on and so forth.
Yeah, so we were on until Dave. How late were you on?
I can't remember. I think it was past 9 o'clock.
Yeah, I think it was too. So
Gory.
Hi, Gary.
hey, Gary is here. Gary's got a lunchtime show today.
Gory, you know what? I tried to join your stream yesterday at about 12:35. I was out in the field flying, and I tried to join your stream to stream my flying while I was there with you, but you were already offline, you bastard. Went off early. Anyway, hopefully we'll see you today.
Yeah, Mike, it's not that I'm trying to necessarily build a show. I'm just trying to make sure offer, because I know how it is. It's like Dave has said it before, and a lot of people out there, you can only watch so much TV, and it's like you got to come to the old coffee shop and be able to talk and shoot the bull and talk about the issues of the day or non-issues of the day. And that's what I hope to provide while Roger is taking this hiatus. Roger may come back and do some more shows again periodically. I don't know. It's up to Roger. I know that everybody looked to Roger, and I know that it gets to be heavy.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you stepping up, Paul.
Yep.
Yeah, it's being retired and pretty much a hermit here at the house, other than if I've got to go shopping or do some other things, or if I go fly, there's really no reason that I can't do it. It's just,
There you go.
Hi, JD.
and I understand where Roger feels is because you don't like to have that feeling where it feels like it's a job,
Yeah.
Hey, Gary's here.
Hi, how are you today?
Good, Gary.
Good.
Hey, Gary.
You was looking for me yesterday?
Yeah, about 12:35. I tried to join the live stream, but you were already gone, I think.
It
Well,
was-
I'm
it
only
was-
on Tuesday and Thursday. Yesterday
Tuesday and
was
Thursday.
Wednesday.
Sorry, Tuesday. Then. It was Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
no,
say, I was gonna say, if he tried to join yesterday, Gary, he was a day late and $1 short.
Well, maybe that's what happened. So Tuesday, were you on just for 35 minutes on Tuesday?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, that's why I couldn't. Yeah. So it was
Yeah.
Tuesday. I tried to get on.
yeah, it was half an hour. There was nobody coming in, and I did a little tribute to Walter Gretzky.
I saw that. I was watching you from the road while I was getting set up.
Yeah, and yeah, so it was it was a short one.
I was streaming you in the car while I was driving. I was watching on the
Oh, cool.
Hi, Bob.
morning, Bob.
Bob
So-
Casey, good morning.
You've opened the door for me, Hugh. Are you saying the Apple products don't have a calendar on them?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't know what day it was.
What day it was? Your
Oh.
your
Nothing
iPhone.
to do with Apple. It's my doddled brain that doesn't know what.
David couldn't resist.
I couldn't
He just
resist.
Couldn't resist.
Yeah.
But yeah, that Tuesday was infamous for me too, Gary. That was the day that my Anafi decided it was going to take the plunge. So
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, that was
straight down. Yeah.
straight in and yeah, nice.
There's nothing that you can do except stand there and say, what the,
Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's always a tough one. That's for sure.
Yeah, but it's back together and flying just like it didn't do it. Thanks in part to Loctite
Loctite
401. I'll tell you what. Not to exaggerate, but I put that on there simply because WTF Mike said that he's never found anything like it, and I put it on and put the two pieces together on the end of the arm.
Yeah.
Because it was because it's a carbon fiber
Okay.
frame on the new thermals, where on the old Anafis, they're just plastic. Put it together and held it there for just a few seconds, let go of it, and it was bonded. It didn't. You couldn't. I can take it. I think it's stronger now than the other arm that didn't. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, now you were saying yesterday there was a little piece missing, eh?
Yes, little hole.
And you were going to put tape over it. If you're going to
Yep.
put tape over it, put colored tape.
Yep, I did. What I did is I took a little black electrical tape, put it around, and then I took colored tape
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I put little green circle on the back and little red circles on the front.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, little racing stripes, eh?
Yeah, so it looks like it grew that way. Yeah.
So you've got the Palmery livery on it.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Very good. Very good.
But
I was planning on going on today at 1:00 instead of noon.
okay.
I was supposed to be taking the dog to the vet, but I was 3 minutes late getting ready, and my daughter took off without me. So,
Oh.
so I had already announced on the community tab yesterday that we were going to delay an hour. So maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll try an hour later and see if it it brings up a better audience. People who have had some nourishment, because they had time to have their lunch before they drop by.
Well, in case you didn't know, Gary, David got his big shot.
Oh, nice. Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah. He hasn't had blurred vision. He hasn't had this desire to go out and eat an extra large pizza all in one bite.
Oh,
Well, I've had that. that and a desire to drink whiskey is all the side effects I've had.
oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah. If you take whiskey, that's kind of like a disinfectant, and it helps.
Exactly.
Yeah. I used to say that when I was a smoker. The nicotine would give all the germs cancer, and they'd all die before I'd get sick, right? So yeah. We had an opportunity yesterday to go out for our first motorcycle ride, so it was
Nice.
things are starting to really look up. I was able to get out and meet the guys. I was socially distancing in a parking lot at Tim Hortons,
Sure.
but it was nice to get out and feel the breeze in your face for a change.
Well, and it was really windy here yesterday. How was it there, Gary?
People complained about the wind. I've got a windshield on my bike, and I was able to hit 60, 70 miles an hour, no problem, and not get blown around. And the two guys I was riding with, they didn't seem bothered by it at all. So it wasn't too bad. It's a little windier today, and actually a little warmer. It's 14 degrees already. So
Oh, yeah.
What's 14 Celsius in Fahrenheit? It's about 59 or something.
Yeah, I think it's about 59 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah, and they say it's going to hit 18 today, which is more like 66, 67 degrees.
Nice.
Yeah. It's nice to be able to go out without a heavy coat on.
Oh, I was in my t-shirt yesterday.
Yeah.
Literally.
I packed my electric gloves in my saddlebag yesterday, thinking my hands might get cold, but
Nice.
it was just like a springtime ride. It was great.
Oh, are you seeing what Sam's saying in the chat about TeamViewer?
Yep. Yes.
Well, let me kick out the chat.
Yes, Sam, I did see it.
You're
And
pretty good, Sam. JDS, the flight did not go well. There was no flight because I couldn't get my video working. So I got to figure out what the heck's wrong. So
yeah, he suspects it's his transmitter is fried, but he doesn't know. And so till he talks to somebody with maybe a little bit more experience with that issue,
yeah,
he's frustrated. So Gary, you said you had a windshield on yours. Do you have a fairing on or just the windshield?
Just the windshield, yeah.
Yeah. See, I've had the same different things on. I had a great big Honda one time with the full fairing on the front,
Oh yeah.
And then I had another bike, a low rider, that I had that just the clear plastic, and it went down, over where the side lights are,
Yeah.
it did make a difference in the wind. You know, it wasn't so much when you're styling and profiling around town at 25 miles an hour, but
Yeah.
you get out on the highway and you know the difference.
Oh yeah, it's not buffeting off your chest, right?
Right.
I had the tall windshield, and I actually sent it in and had it cut down. It was too high, so if it was raining or if you got fog on it, you couldn't see.
Right.
So what I had them do is cut it. The way we did it was I sat on the bike in the garage and took a flashlight or a laser from my nose to the garage door. And my wife then took a piece of tape, went up and down until she could center that laser on the tape, and then stuck it to the windshield. And I told
you
them,
go.
cut it down to there, right? That way my eyes are above it, right?
Yep.
And it still puts the wind over your head. But if it rains or if you get, mist on it, you can
Right.
still see the road in front. So
Now, are you using a full face shield as well on your helmet or no?
no.
Just
You-
sunglasses.
Yeah. Now, I also have in my helmet, it's kind of a neat helmet. There's a little tab you pull down on the side and the shield comes right down, right?
Oh,
Yeah. And I had to cut the shield a little bit because my nose would touch it. So I,
put a little
I had to take the thing and cut the nose.
divot in it, huh?
Yeah. For this big schnoz here, But no, it worked out quite well. Now I've got saddlebags on there, and I'm able to carry a fair bit of stuff around. And this is the entire kit for my Mavic Air,
Yes.
so I can carry the batteries, spare props, manuals, licensing, sun shield, my iPad.
All the
Everything
goodies
goes in there, and it just drops
right
handily
inside
into.
saddlebag. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of nice. The only thing I don't have there is a landing pad. I had a landing pad, and Paul Hodges and I were out flying together, and I was coming back to my landing pad, and I was a little off center on the landing pad, and the prop wash blew the landing pad up just a little bit, and the wind caught it and put it in the lake.
Oh wow. Yeah. I
know.
had I don't know if you remember way back when Drone U was selling the great big huge landing pad, and it was made out of heavy like a material that it would float if you threw it on the water, but you had to roll it up.
Yeah,
And that baby was huge. I mean, I still got it in the box. I don't think I've ever used it. And
Yeah.
but I have the other one where you twist and turn it and goes in its own little pouch.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've got-
Never use it because if it's windy, you got to stake the sucker down, or it's like a frisbee. It's going.
Yeah. I've got some of those exercise mats, the little foam mats, and they
Yeah.
got the little jigsaw puzzle thing that puts them together.
Yeah.
I usually keep one of those in the car, and I use that as a landing pad. And the other day I was going to go out and fly, and I didn't have that in the car, so I just took the floor mat out of the back seat, threw that on the ground, and flew off of that.
Yeah. Hey, Stella's in the house.
Hey, Stella.
Yeah, there's so landing pads are a great thing if you have the ability and the patience to mess with them.
Yeah.
Because if you watch all the different guys, they always, I would say, majority of them have landing pads, or they take off from cement or blacktop, like Hugh did on his video. He was taken off from alongside of the road on the blacktop. I take it.
Yeah.
And, so
Well, any piece of carpet will do, right?
yeah. Oh, you know what I've used before? I've taken the floor mat out of the back. There's two of those squares in the back, of the truck, thrown it down to the ground, set it on there, and take
Yeah.
off.
Oh, that's what I did the other day. Yeah.
Yep.
With the Mini, I think I'm just going to hand launch from now on. I hand caught it the other day. It was easy. No big deal.
Well, the Anafi has a setting where you can. It's called throw launch it, and I turned it off. I says no freaking way. You're supposed to just turn it on and throw it, and as soon as it feels it's going like this, the props spin up and it takes off, and I'm thinking there is no way.
The Mini
I'm
2
gonna-
also does that. So did the Spark.
Yeah. So there's no way I'm going to hand throw that $2,000 Anafi in the air, and it's just not.
I did it once and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
Bam.
I think
Yes.
a lot of those RC airplanes do that too, don't they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, they just throw them and the props spin up and away it goes.
Oh, well, what they normally do is they're spinning, they're giving it throttle as they throw, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think Mitch, old guy on a drone, maybe that was a drone he had that he just kind of gave it a toss and it did its thing. you know?
Yeah, you got to have real confidence that them props are going to spin up. You know, you
Go
can't.
Fish Office is asking if I'm having puppets today. No puppets on my show.
Morning, Mike.
the
Bro, what's
but yeah, it just there's just something about it being an old guy and knowing that, hey, you know what can go wrong will go wrong. That I was going to take and throw that brand new drone up in the air like that. No.
Yeah, no. Well, it couldn't have turned out any worse anyway. It's still
Oh,
good.
I know it. And, you know, I was just sitting there hovering, and I was going through it's so much different than the DJI. It's got all these little sliders and all this kind of stuff, and it uses some kind of their own techno talk. It's called global activity or something like that. And after I crashed it the next day, somebody did a video on what the hell that was, and they demonstrated how it made
The drone crash.
Yeah. And so I slid it all the way over to the side, and all of a sudden it started going like this, and the motors are going straight down. Yeah, that's it.
Oh man.
Yep. I didn't even get a chance to get an O in there, Hugh. It's just like, ugh.
wild, eh?
Yeah.
So anyway, that was my real test, because I had used it. Mike told me to get this stuff, and I've used it on a couple of things that, you know, just needed to fix here or there or whatever.
Now, is that really thin like crazy
It's
glue?
and it's clear.
Okay, but it's not like a gel, eh?
No, it's real thin. And the only thing is you got to put it on very reservedly, because you can put too much on. But even if you put too much on, and I don't mind, it'll stick to your fingers. But I've had to do this before, and so for 2 or 3 days I'm trying to get it off. But
now is that cyanoacrylate or what kind of glue is it?
I don't know, Mike. What is it? It's made by Henkel. Old eyes here. I'm trying to read on the back.
You sent Mike an invite, Paul?
Yes, I did. I sent Mike one.
Get your ass up here, Mike.
I said he'd be on in about an hour.
The
JDS is asking how cold it is here. It's 14 degrees. It's not cold at all.
What sold me was, you know, that boot around the front wheel drive of a car. You know, it's looks like a big spring, but it's a rubber boot that goes over the joint. He had one rip and tear, and he was looking at it and figuring out, man, I got to take this thing all apart and everything else. And he finally got it off. He looked at it and it had a really bad. He says, well, what the heck? He cleaned it off, took the 401, put it on there, put it together, and he couldn't get it back apart again at all. He said he ended up eventually, when he did have to take it off again, he had to take and cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my.
So I figured, hell, if it can do that with the, nasty old rubber, I'm thinking, okay, good go.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not cheap though. I think I paid on Amazon $18 or $20 for that little bottle.
What?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
But like he said yesterday, they have packages where you can buy 2 or 3 at a time, and you get them cheaper the more you buy. So
Did you get a fly in yesterday, Gary?
No, I flew the day before though.
Oh, did you? You got a video up or anything?
No, it was just around the house and stuff, and it's pretty desolate here this time of year. I mean, the snow is starting to start. In fact, the snow's gone, mostly gone, but everything is just gray. It's just dull, and the dirt is black. So it's there's no color in anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, not much to
Right back.
not much to see. But
JDS says, "You lucky bugger." He's talking about how warm it was. Huh?
what town do you live in? I live between Burford and Scotland. I'm exactly halfway in between in Ontario.
Scotland. Okay.
Hey, what? The towns around here, I got Scotland, I got Oakland, Boston. Everybody's named their town after somewhere else, London,
Yeah.
Paris.
You got Moscow up.
Oh yeah, Moscow. Nice. Okay. Well, Kitchener, where Rick goes, before the Second World War was called Berlin.
Oh, I bet they changed that quick.
Oh yeah. Lots of German population there.
Yeah.
And during the Second World War, they changed it from Berlin to Kitchener.
Oh,
I wonder, Gary, how they came up with the name Kitchener from Berlin. I mean, did they have a naming contest or?
Well, there would have been a Lord Kitchener. Kitchener's a very British.
The poster. Your country needs you.
Yes, yeah.
That was him.
Was that Kitchener?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. David had the answer.
There you
I don't
go.
know if that's why they picked it, but that's.
Oh, I'm sure they did, because if they
Yeah.
changed it from Berlin because of the World War, yep.
Yeah.
David knows his Palmy history.
Some of it.
Well, now that if they're going to change a name, they'll do it by committee. Back in the old day, they just here's the new name.
Yeah.
Yeah. These days it never gets changed because the committee's too busy being a committee.
Yeah. There used to be 2 towns in Northern Ontario, Fort William and Port Arthur. Do you remember that, Hugh? Fort William and Port Arthur got together and became Thunder Bay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, it's
That was after a particularly good curry night in both towns, I take it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. But that was something that was done before we ruled by committee, right? Like now they're having, the Edmonton football team.
Right.
Used to be the Edmonton Eskimos, right? But Eskimos is not in favor anymore. It's a derogatory term. So now they have would you call it a committee? A public opinion poll, Everybody throw a name in the hat and we'll decide from there. And this has been going on for months, so it'll be interesting to see what they end up calling their football team.
Well, you know
No.
what happened when they tried that with a boat in this country?
Oh yeah, Bodie McBoatface.
Boaty McBoatface. Yeah.
Bodie McBoatface. That was, that Tweed called a line of their cannabis Bodie McBoatface.
Really?
Really?
New strain. Yeah, I actually bought it. It was good stuff. Yeah.
So you had a boat face in the end? Is that?
I was boat faced, buddy. Yeah.
Well, there's a guy.
I'm with you, Mike.
There's a guy that's been doing a series here about Port Huron, past and present, and it goes way back into the last 2 centuries. And I found it interesting. I happened on one of his episode number 127 or 129, and he was talking about how Port Huron way back when was big into shipbuilding, and one of the companies that was building ships prominently back around 1900s was called the Edmunds and Fitzgerald Shipbuilding Company.
Ah,
And
okay.
they are the one that commissioned the Edmund Fitzgerald
There you go.
Oh boy.
that sank in 76, was it, or whatever,
Yeah.
shipwreck. And I had no idea. I mean, they had old pictures that were black and white from the old days that showed the shipbuilding and all this stuff and everything. Now they didn't build the Edmund Fitzgerald, but that's the estate or the conservatorship, I guess, went in on the thing, and they got the name of it. So
Oh, very good. Yeah.
yeah, history's interesting. To see things, you know.
Morning, smoking.
But yeah, that's amazing that you had a Berlin and they they switched it to kitchen.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not sure what they're going to call the Edmonton football team. They're stuck between the Edmonton Elkhounds, Edmonton Empire. You know, it's like,
How good a team are they?
what's that?
How good a team are they?
They're
Really?
pretty good. You know,
Oh,
City
come
of-
on. I'm getting you shaking his head and you're saying they're good.
I don't know.
PFL. If they were any good, they'd be playing down in the States. I'm sorry. That's
Oh, come on. No. This
for better fucking players, they'd be south.
Canadian real football is played in Canada. It's 3 downs and no big salaries, you know.
I hung out and had drinks with an Ottawa Rough Rider one time downtown in the market. This was back in probably the late 80s. He was only making $40,000 a year as
Yeah.
a professional football player.
Yeah.
I was making more money than him.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, when I was a kid, we had a guy who used to come and wash his car in our driveway. Great big black guy. He worked for my dad, and he was the lineman for the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
There you go.
You know, but he worked at Stelco. You know, he was a mechanic in the shop.
Well,
so-
even back in the days of the NHL, way back when, those hockey players didn't get paid that kind of money. They all had side jobs.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Because we had an IHL team here in Port Huron for a long time, the Port Huron Flags. And those guys, one of them sold cars, another one did something else. And wherever they worked, I was then under the understanding when it was during the season, you know, they might be coming and going.
yeah. Well, when I lived in Edmonton, a lot of the hockey players there had businesses. Grant Fuhrer, the goalie, I actually did work for him when I was in the printing business.
Yeah.
And, I came up with the slogan for Grant Fuhrer Pontiac. It was home of the great save. You know,
There you go.
he was the goalie. And
Oh, Gary.
we went to a practice one time. They were practicing, the Edmonton Oilers were practicing at the West Edmonton Mall. And we went to the practice, a bunch of us from work went to the practice. And then when they were done, we went upstairs to Puck's restaurant for lunch, not knowing who owned the restaurant. It was called Puck's because it was next to the hockey rink, right?
Right.
So we went and we sat down and we ordered, and you know, they brought us a drink and we ordered lunch, and it didn't come and we waited half an hour, and finally I said to the waitress, "Are we ever going to get our meal?" She says, "Oh, geez, let me go check." And then the owner came out, and it was Mark Messier, who was the captain of the Oilers, and
Yeah.
he says, "I'm really sorry about this." He said, "Drinks are on me." He says, "Stay as long as you want." And he ordered a round of drinks for us, and he sat down and had a beer with us after practice. And we stayed all afternoon. We never went back to work. You know,
Yeah, but you know, that memory, if you think of all the other lunches you had when you worked, that memory's right up there. You know?
Oh, right there. Yeah. He had the number 11 boutique. It was a ladies' wear store. Number 11 was the number of his jersey, right?
Yep.
And who was it? Glenn Anderson, Cell City. You know, he sold cell phones.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And the NFL guy, do you remember Warren Moon, who played for the Houston Oilers?
Yeah.
He played for the Edmonton Eskimos when he was in Canada, and that's where he started Warren Moon's Cookies. And they still have Warren Moon's Cookies. He licensed it to somebody else
Yeah.
after his playing career, but you know.
Well, Gary, you were a hockey guy back when they built our 2 arenas here in town in Port Huron. We had they started a hockey school. It lasted like a couple of weeks in the summertime.
Yeah.
And it was run by Ted Lindsay and Marty Pavlich.
Wow.
And
Ted
I went
Lindsay.
to it. And,
Wow.
And
That's something else,
it was something. And everybody, you got to have your picture taken with Ted Lindsay on one side and Marty Pavlich on the other.
Unbelievable, eh? Yeah. Yeah. My mother's cousin played in the NHL. So when I was a kid, I used to always get signed calendars and stuff like that. It was amazing. And we went to see the Toronto Maple Leafs play the Montreal Canadiens. And I remember I was with my dad, and we were in the stands, and we're sitting way up high behind the goal. And the players were out there and you know, doing their warm-up, skating around, and my dad yelled down, "Hey, Ralph!" And the on the ice went, "Hey, Frank!" He says, "Come on down to the dressing room after the game." Right? I thought, oh, geez, we're going to get to meet some of these guys, eh? You know? And so we went down, you know, we went down after the game. They lost the game, but we went down after. And, you know, we're standing outside the dressing room, and out he comes and he says, "Come on in." And I said, "What? Really?" And I was maybe 10 or 11 years old, got to go in and meet the team, you know, and it was unbelievable. Like, I remember seeing Jean Beliveau, and I just kind of looked up, and there was this giant man, you know,
Yeah.
and, you know, reached down and shook my hand, but all of me shook,
Yeah.
you know. And, you know, when you've done that as a kid, you cannot help but be a fan of that team for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
the
you
only
know.
thing, my memories of, I played hockey for 15 years. And what I remember most about it is that even when you were playing peewees, bantams, midgets, or whatever, most teams, they were big guys,
Yeah.
but there was those little guys that used to buzz around like flying gnats. I mean, they'd be here 1 second next, because I played defense, and they'd be right next to you. You'd have your stick next to them to make so you could watch the play, but watch them at the same time. And it's like they were like buzzing like little gnats, you know. It's like, what the hell, you know?
Yeah. Move quick.
Well, I've
The little
got to
guys
head out, so I'll be back in about 3/4 of an hour or so.
Okay, David.
Okay.
I've just got a doctor's appointment.
We'll finish up our hockey talk and you can come back.
No, I've got a doctor's appointment on the hour, so I've got to go and get set up.
Well,
for
we're sorry for boring you, David. You
that. I was about to make some. I was about to make some hockey comments. So
Oh.
I got to make sure I don't talk myself out before I start my stream at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I announced yesterday that I was coming on at 1 instead of noon, so I'm gonna wait until 1 o'clock. And
Well, you surprise them all and fire it up at about 12:30, and that way you might catch the nooners and the after lunchers, you know. See.
The nooners.
Well, you know, the average nooner is what, about 3 minutes?
Oh, I've always said 4 minutes from foreplay to cleanup. That's
Yeah, there you go.
after that, it's not about me. So
Yeah. Hey, Washington County, hi, how you doing? Good morning, good morning.
Well, it's kind of nice for you to be giving Roger the day off. You know, I think he's
Well, you know, and the reason I'm doing it is like you. Sometimes you just need some place to go and shoot the baloney, you know.
yeah.
And I know that my parents and other people, they used to go to the coffee shop, you know. Got to go to the coffee shop, and run into people, And even today, I know that well, not during COVID, but before, there was a certain group in the morning time of the older guys. They get together and go have coffee at McDonald's or at Tim
Yeah.
Hortons or wherever their little hangout was, you know?
Yeah. Well, when I was working in sales, I used to meet a whole group of people first thing in the morning before work.
Yep.
And everybody would have the paper out and you would discuss the day's
Yep. Days events.
the goings on, you know, and unlike this, it got very political and sometimes heated,
Yep.
you know, but it got you warmed up for, and I was in sales, so it got you warmed up for conversation, you know.
Sure.
You know, you then had, oh, there's the missus.
Yep.
Hello, hello.
Good morning. Good morning. And here comes Mr. Lockwood's here too, Ron.
What's up, Ron?
Morning,
Ron
guys.
Lockwood, how are you doing, buddy?
Mr. Gary, how are you, sir?
Good, doing really good.
Is
We're
it
getting,
Ron-
we're
Ron's-
getting a
Ron's
little
got
bit of
the-
spring here.
Ron's
Oh.
got the countdown going himself there, Gary, because he's headed south for the big meetup.
Okay, yeah, that's in 9 days, isn't it?
Yeah, I leave actually next Thursday.
John?
Yeah, I leave in 7 days, 8 days. Yeah,
Very good.
Exciting stuff.
Yeah,
Ron loves to ride his motorcycle too.
yeah.
yes, he does. I had it out the other day in 70-degree weather, and then we got piled with snow yesterday. It's like, come on, Mother Nature, get on your meds. Make up your mind.
Well, we're supposed to get rain today, so hopefully it'll wash some of the salt off the roads. And
Yeah, I didn't go too far. I just went up to the Harley shop, had my annual maintenance done, and
yeah,
brought it home.
yeah.
But-
I rode up to Paris yesterday and met a bunch of the guys on bikes, and you know, it was kind of nice. It was kind of nice to see people face to face instead of on Zoom, right?
Yeah, I didn't know you rode, Gary.
Oh yeah.
What do you have?
950 Yamaha Tourer.
Uh-huh.
You know, 950. You know, it's basically a 1 liter bike, so you know it gets me around. you know.
Right.
Um,
I'm renting a God, Hugh, you know the name of it. The
Oh,
Victory.
the Vegas 8 ball.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Made
You
by
look at the
Victory
machine.
Motorcycles, right?
Oh, Victory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a really interesting organization. It's called Twisted Road. Apparently they're nationwide. You join on to the website and then you do a search of where you're going to be at to find out the closest bike to your area, you know, where you're going to be at. And I wanted a Harley, but you know, because that's what I'm used to riding.
Yeah.
But I'll ride anything. But the closest Harley was like 50 miles away.
Nice
But
to
I
try
found
something different, though.
Pardon me?
Nice to try something different.
It is, yeah. But you apply for it in the dates, and then they contact the owner. He approves or disapproves you, and then the company gets back to you. One of the big prerequisites is that I think the owner, and I would too, even though I'd never rent my bike, but they want you to have a history of riding.
Yeah.
It looks good if you got your own bike, so that says that, you know, you're familiar with riding. And
Yeah.
so I rented it for 2 days because I don't know about other brands, but Harley really don't rent anymore.
No.
They used to, especially even here at the rally, but now it's called organization took over called Eagle Rider,
Mhm.
and they're nationwide as well, but they're also twice the price.
Yeah. Yeah.
But those bikes are owned by Eagle Rider though, or leased from Harley or whatever.
So you're renting from an individual then,
Uh-huh.
and he gets the money, and you get the bike, and everybody's happy.
Yeah, I think the company gets some kind of a
Just
portion.
the taste, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, would you rent your bike to anybody?
No. No.
There's no way anybody's touching my bike. There's
No.
no. Oh, You know, somebody, we were out on a ride and somebody said, well, here, you take my bike and I'll take yours. I went, I don't think so. No, don't you want to try this out? Nope. Not if I'll ride yours, but you ain't riding mine. That's
Yeah.
that's not gonna happen.
Well,
you
a
know?
bike riding is like any kind of a thing where you've got an attachment to it. But also, I agree with you, Gary. There's got to be another segment of that thought process when somebody says, "You want to try riding my bike?" and you look at it and you go, "I don't think so," because it's liable to cost me more money in the end. No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
happy with what I got.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
that's true.
thought, Gary. I mean, maybe you just buy some old used bike, and if you want to do that, but like my personal Harley, yeah. I
No.
caught a guy at Walmart one time. I come out and one of the local natives, was sitting on it. I thought I was going to cut him.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah, yeah.
don't touch my bike.
No, you don't touch. It's a no touch deal, you know. One of the guys that I ride with, who's actually my dentist, restores old Honda Goldwings.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And what he does is he takes everything off them, strips them down, and they're all naked Goldwings.
Mhm.
And he converts them from, you know, the big seats.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
He'll take the back seat off and the back fender and all that stuff. And then he custom fabricates a fender for the
Mhm.
back without a seat.
My
And,
father was an auto body painter and mechanic, and we had this little community I lived in Western PA. But when the trip trunks, they called them the trip trunks. They first come out for the Honda Goldwings.
Yeah, yeah.
My dad actually patented a couple paint schemes for them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember
Very good.
Mhm.
Yeah. We call that the pizza box.
that. Yeah,
It goes up on the back, you know.
you can put a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, if you've got saddlebags, that should handle everything you need, right?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know,
yeah.
you know. I've got saddlebags on my bike and on a windshield. That's all I need. I don't have highway pegs or all that other stuff. And I'm quite comfortable on it, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
at,
I was gonna say it's funny when I go riding with my girlfriend. She's a typical girl, you know. God, she brings so many clothes here and shoes. And our first ride together, I said we have to talk. We went out to the garage, and I said, this saddlebag has the cover. I always take a tripod with me and some tools and my rain gear.
yeah.
The tour pack in the back, that's my drone and camera equipment.
Yeah.
This saddlebag is yours. That's it. So you practice on how you want to pack,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
for
that's
sure.
your only saddlebag.
Well, I put my drone in and my like you say, rain gear. I've got frog togs, eh? Do you know frog togs?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they all roll up and go into a little bag that's about this big,
Uh-huh.
you know, and quite waterproof, except for the one hole in the leg where I burned through on the muffler, but
Oops. Yeah.
a little too baggy,
Hmm.
you know. But no, I enjoy the rides. We've been to Laconia down in New Hampshire twice. The thing that bothered me, we went down on the one trip, we went through Hurricane Sandy to get there.
I remember that.
You know, just pouring rain.
Mhm.
We got down there, we spent the night in our hotel. The next morning we get up and we're getting ready to go down to the main event at Laconia. And a couple of guys are there. Yeah, can you give us a hand? We got to get our Harleys off the trailer. You trailered? Where'd you come from? So, oh, we came from Boston. That's an hour and a half away. You know, we drove 19 hours through a hurricane to get here.
Wow.
You know, you're not a biker if you're trailering your bike, you know.
Hey, I got a pretty big ride this summer. I used to work in Nevada. I still keep in contact with one of my old partners there, and he lives in Boise. So I actually have one friend of mine here from my part-time job. We're leaving my house either the night of July 1st or the crack of stupid July 2nd. Going, it's only an hour to the Wyoming border, but we're going up into central Wyoming. We'll go up through the Bighorn Mountains. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And we'll probably make our way up somewhere around Yellowstone for the day.
Mhm.
And then the next day, we'll go finish going through Yellowstone into Pocatello, Idaho, and then all the way to Boise.
Yeah.
The
Nice.
day after, we leave Boise with the whole gang. That's where I meet everybody out there. And we're going out to the Oregon coast. And we're going to ride the Oregon and Washington coast all the way to, does that hit BC or Canada? But clear up to the border.
Yeah. Yeah. Up towards Vancouver and
Yeah.
yeah.
Olympia National Park is one of the places we're going to go in. Olympia or Olympic National Park.
I think Olympia is in Washington, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. hmm
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then you cross the border and you're into Vancouver from there.
Now, Gary, have you ever experienced any issues with when you're riding wildlife on the road? Because I know Ron has.
Oh man.
Mm.
The best, I had a Yamaha 400 and I was on a country road and it was all gravel. And just as I got to the paved part, I rolled on the throttle and saw something out of the left periphery. And I rolled off the throttle and a cow jumped across the road and his tail caught me in the chest as he went by.
Oh boy.
You know, if I'd have stayed on the throttle, I would have broadsided that cow.
Wow.
You know, I have moose whistles on the bike. Have you ever used
Those
moose
actually
whistles?
work.
I'll tell you, if I'm going down the road and somebody's walking their dog, the dog gets out of the way.
Oh wow.
You know, birds won't stay on the wires.
Really?
Oh
And
yeah, everything.
It's all done by air, right?
Yeah,
Air
Yeah.
goes through 'em.
it's just air coming into the thing, and you know, like they say, loud pipes save lives. But I tell you, these whistles, you know, I clean them out maybe once a year. I'll just blow some air through them, and you know, or if I'm washing the bike, I just make sure there's no bugs in them. Or
They look
flies.
like little torpedoes, as I remember. aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah. I got little chrome ones, one
Chrome
on each,
ones, yeah.
one on each fork,
Hmm.
and it just keeps everything away. You know,
Now, can you hear it?
nope.
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 It's high frequency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's really
Um,
high frequency, and I run Yamaha stock mufflers because I like to be really quiet about stuff, right?
Right.
I used to work until 2 o'clock in the morning and come home and didn't want to wake up everybody in the neighborhood, right? So,
Right.
you know, I'd come in stealth mode, fifth gear, turning into the driveway, and you know, sneak into the garage. But yeah, anything above 30 miles an hour seems to be the sweet spot. Once you hit 50 kilometers an hour or 30, everything is gone. You know.
You know, it scares me is when I go to Yellowstone on a bike, and I've had friends come to visit here, and I tell them, said, listen, this is, if you listen to nothing else, I tell you, listen to this. I said, if we get into Yellowstone, here's the plan. The two things you worry about are grizzly and bison.
Yeah.
And I was telling Paul and them the other day, one grizzly the one time, anytime certain tourists see, let's be politically correct here, they see a certain animal, oh, gotta stop. And then next thing you know, you've got a 30-car pileup, you know, or
Yeah.
30-car roadblock. But the one day, all the traffic on the right it was all backed up, and I'm like, all right, what's everybody seeing? And I pull up and I'm on the bike, and I looked off to the left. I'm like, oh crap, there comes Mama Grizzly and her two cubs just walking down the middle of the road. I'm like, crap, they're gonna come right by me.
Yeah.
So I
and everybody else is in a cage, right?
yeah,
Except for
but me.
You know?
They're all safe in their fish tanks, and you're out there in the open. You're the bait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I shut the bike off And I ran around till I found two cars pretty close together, and I ran on their right side. I remember the one lady, she looked over, she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm pointing, there's a giant grizzly over there, you know?" And I just stayed there, and then I turned around and watched, and her and the cubs just kept walking. The other thing is bison. They are so
Oh.
temperamental.
Yeah.
Temperamental?
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Oh gosh, yeah. They do it like an instantaneous mood swing,
Yeah.
and they will sit there. We've had many in Custer State Park here in South Dakota. There's a lot of bison, and yeah, they'll just all of a sudden they don't like the sound of a motorcycle.
No.
And
Oh,
they'll be 20, 30 yards away. They'll turn
Yeah.
around and come at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wonder if those whistles might just piss them off and they come after you.
You've got my curiosity now. Yeah.
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 Well, you know, I have heard, Gary, that, and I don't know where I saw it, but back when I used to ride and stuff, and I had a set of those. Somebody made like a little rubberized little nipple that went over the front of it. If you didn't want them to work, you put those on and they stayed on there, and you just took them off like this.
Well, mine come off on little clips. You
Oh,
could
okay.
if you slide them forward, they'll come off.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Right.
Mine were
Um,
permanent mounted. They were.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've ever taken them off though, but it's a little clip thing. Now here's another one that you'll like, Ron. I'm in Algonquin Park, which is a provincial park here, and it's huge. It's probably the size of some states, but I was coming over a hill and it turned and went down. And as I come over the crest of the hill, I see a doe and a fawn on the side of the road. And I thought, okay, let's slow this down a little bit. Right. So now I'm doing less than 30 miles an hour. So maybe I should have sped up. I don't know. Anyway, the fawn steps off onto the road and starts crossing. The doe sees the bike. Now what do? I went between them and missed them both. But I could see the cars behind me all stopping, but I was the first one there as the doe stepped out, right? And
Right.
yeah, I have to get your heart racing when you go between mother and
Oh yeah.
the mother and child, you know. And
Mm.
that separation it's heart stopping.
Oh yeah.
hey, Laura, what's up? How you doing?
And Welch Rob has joined us too.
Hey, morning, guys.
Good morning. Good
Rob.
afternoon.
Here's Paul, if it's okay to share this.
Sure. Let me make sure I got it. Yep, you can. There you go.
Yep. This is I was playing with that 360 camera the other day, Gary, and oops, sticking.
Oh, nice.
But I put the camera on the back of the bike first.
Yeah, I see it in the shadow there.
Yeah, you can see it in the shadow there. Again, I'm just playing with it in the software and
Yeah.
And you're cruising down the road, right?
uh-huh.
So that's the Insta 360?
361 X2. Yep.
Okay, is that the little wee tiny one?
Yeah, it's kind of like a vertical. It's kind of tall.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's not very thick, right? It's only
No, not at all.
Because I was looking at that. They have it up here. It's $400.
That's about what it is here.
Yeah, and it comes in a little charging case.
Actually, a little over for.
No, that's a different one, Gary. You're thinking of the Go 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Go 2. Yeah.
It just came out.
But the thing I was testing, Gary, was you look at different points here, like coming up here shortly. You know how Harleys vibrate like nobody's business, but you can see the mirror and the windshield vibrating. But look at me, look at the sky, look at the houses. They're not vibrating.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was watching the camera, and it does vibrate a little bit. But the image stabilization, see the front of the bike, how it's vibrating.
Yeah, yeah.
But look at the rest of the footage, though.
yeah.
You know,
Wow.
it's pretty smooth. But anywho,
Now when it does that, how does it do 360? That's the part that I'm confused by. Does the camera actually physically turn itself or no?
no, you obviously have two lenses and you're seeing 180 in both directions.
Okay.
It's all done in the editing. All done in the editing. You can sit there and you do what they call the key points in your post editing. Like
Yeah.
you'll hit a key point where you have, and you can like reframe, zoom in, zoom out, and have it pointing forward, and then run say 10, 15 seconds of the video and hit stop, hit a key point, and then reposition where you want the camera to look. So in that 15 seconds, it's going to slowly pan to that point till it gets to that point where you have picked.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're standing there just panning real smooth, by yourself. But yeah, it's pretty neat how it
that's
works.
Yeah, Lost Girl, Angela, Ron has talked about it. He on a drone, right? You're thinking about
Oh
doing
yeah,
that?
I've got the mechanism to attach it to the Mavic 2.
Goes right on the top, right?
Yeah.
And Angela flies a Mavic.
I think Ken Heron has done that on either a Phantom or a Mavic.
Yeah. See, the reason I asked about how it does the 360, nobody has ever taken and held the camera up and then turned it around so that you can see there's a lens on both sides. They hold it up and show you, you see the one lens, and I'm going, okay, I get the 180. Where's the 360? But when they turn it around, it looks a mirror image of the camera on the other side.
Yeah. I think that Insta360 Go 2 only has the 180 view.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Ron, that's the mount.
But if you were looking to buy a GoPro, Gary, I think that the Instago 2, damn, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Really, really nice. Good for vlogging and whatnot.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
that new one? That new one, Hugh?
Yeah.
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 It's a little wee tiny thing.
Yeah.
And it
So nice.
goes in a charging case that turns into a tripod.
Yeah.
And then it's magnetic, so it'll stick to anything metal. Right?
And you get a
And they
whole
give-
shit ton of accessories in
They
the
give you a necklace that has a metal on it. So you put the necklace on and stick it inside your shirt and then stick it to your shirt.
and a hat clip.
And a
And
hat
extra
clip and
to hold
yeah.
in it.
Yeah. And it's
Lots
got
of
a
stuff.
it's got a quarter 20 mount on it, so you can put
Yep.
it on a tripod or a selfie stick or
Or
so-
that mount that you've got right there for the drone. That's a quarter.
Yeah. So if I'm able to land this job for the census, then maybe I'll have the cash to be able to put into it. But it's hard for us seniors on a fixed income.
I feel you, buddy.
Well, the problem is fixed income and being a senior citizen. It's the blindsided expenses that come along
Yeah.
that you think, first of all, a furnace is going to last forever, that your central air conditioning is going to last forever, that you're not going to have gutter problems or roof problems or
No.
other issues that come up periodically.
Yeah.
And your fixed income is paying for everything on a daily basis, but then boom, boom.
There's something I wanted to show Hugh. Is Annabelle around?
Somewhere.
Okay. I showed this yesterday on Roger's channel, but I brought it up just so that I could show you.
Okay.
This reminded me of you, and I completed a woodworking project. So hang on a second.
Okay.
I was down in the shop and I was going through some wood, and I saw a piece of wood with a knot in it.
Okay.
And I thought, oh, this reminds me of Hugh's cat.
Yeah.
So this is what I
Oh
did.
my God. That's hilarious.
It's a cat going home, and the knot is just in the right place.
That's funny. Dude, that's funny. That's
But that also, let me just roll up my sleeve here.
that's friggin' hilarious. What is it? A door knocker or something?
No, it's just a wall hanger,
Just walking. Okay. So
but that matches my tattoo.
Yep.
Oh,
There you go.
jeez.
My
you got a tattoo with a cat's butt?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you serious? You literally got a tattoo with a cat's ass on your arm.
Yeah, me and two of my cousins have the same tattoo.
Oh my goodness, that's funny. Dude, that's-
when I was probably 4 years old, my grandfather taught me how to draw that, right? The cat going home. And all my cousins, that was the art project, right? My cousin in Calgary, out west, he's a veterinarian, and he has in his office a chart on how to draw the cat going home. The step by step, draw this, draw that, dot thing, you know.
Okay.
So that's a family tradition. And when I saw that, I thought, oh, I got to show that to Hugh.
There you go.
You know,
That-
you can
now
see
you
it's,
got Hugh's wheels turning.
Yep.
it's 3 pieces of wood, but you know, with a little bit of glue, and
That's pretty funny, man. Good job.
so I might turn out a couple more of these, and if we get to Rogers, I'll bring one for you.
All right. On.
That's funny.
You know, but
But I
thought it'd
think
be, you know, a little-
Gary, you took it to another level though, having it done as skin art, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brave. That is brave.
yeah. But that's all hand tools. That's you know, a little coping saw here and there, and you know, hand sanded it, and you know, figure it out, and a little chisel to make the ears, and
Looking good. Looking good.
you know, when you got time on your hands, you find,
Oh yeah.
you know, the one guy that I follow on YouTube, he was saying that his hand tool woodworking business, he sells tools. His has quadrupled since the pandemic.
Yeah.
I bet.
Everybody's buying stuff to carve and crafts and all that kind of stuff. It's
Just keeping themselves busy and occupied.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I've always been into woodworking, but not to the degree my family was. I'm just going to show you something else that came from the family. Okay, this is a carving from my uncle, and this is a little wee tiny outhouse, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and you can see the little hinges and the door.
Yeah.
And it says, I don't know if you can read that. It says Der Schmidt House, right? And you open up the door, and it's 2 stories. There's a little ladder, and there's a little one place up here, and then somebody else could be below.
That's tidy.
a 2-story potty. So there you go. And if you look, I don't know. Oh yeah, you could tell. You could see the toilet paper hanging on the door there. So
Oh, geez.
these guys were some pretty detailed carvers in my family, but I'll never get to that level. See, now I wasted all the good stuff on your
Snuggles and cuddles.
You'll
There
just
you
have to
go.
come up with some new material.
Yeah, that's right. Eh?
I was going to show you something, Gary, for brainstorming ideas. I'll show you a little trick, a tool. It's called a mind map. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
I don't have a mind, so
Okay. Well, okay. So the day that you did your first stream, I did this little mind map really quick to just make sure I had stuff to talk about, right?
yeah.
So the idea is you have some central thing, and then you pick things that you're going to talk about and then elaborate. So drones. Well, at that time it was Mikey's Fine, DJI FPV was coming out, cat versus the Christmas tree, motorcycles, first motorcycle. So you just add to these things
Hmm.
and build, some topics to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Hey, that's kind of neat.
Simple Mind is a free tool for Mac.
Yeah.
And you can do it on paper too, but it's a great way. I used to use it in business all the time.
Nice. Yeah.
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 Anyway, just thought I'd show that to you.
Yeah. Because sometimes when you come on and there's nobody else around, it's kind of hard to engage, right?
Yep.
And find out what it is that they want, when you're not flying a lot, it's hard to talk about drones for an hour,
Yep.
you know, and,
Yeah.
you know, and in the winter, I don't fly, you know. So that's how we kind of got into the woodworking end of things. I started a channel and never posted any content there. I can't find it anymore. So
Just for fun, I'll show you a mind map I did for the last book I was working on.
oh, nice.
So I was trying to just brainstorm stuff about these characters, you know, and then making connections and all that sort of stuff.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyway, it's a neat tool, very neat tool.
And it's called Mind Map.
Mind map. Yeah, the tool's called Simple Mind, but the technique is called mind mapping.
Simple Mind. I'm probably going to download that.
One of the most useful things I learned in university.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, very good. Yeah, we'll have to give that a try. Let me just check out.
I got to start packing today, getting things ready.
Ooh, charging up your batteries and stuff, eh?
Yeah, because when I come home next Wednesday afternoon, I literally leave first thing the next morning, so I won't have a lot of time. So I want to make sure I remember everything.
Yeah,
I'm bringing more toys than I am clothes.
Yeah, you don't need a lot of clothes.
Nah, just some shorts and t-shirts. I think I'm bringing one pair of jeans. Yeah.
that's all you need.
Yeah, that'll work. You know, when you're on a motorcycle, they say what you should do is bring your oldest underwear and your oldest socks, right? And when you
Your what,
change,
motorcycle?
yeah, when you pack and you're going to change, leave the old socks and leave the old underwear. Don't bring anything back to wash. That leaves you more stuff to pack, more room to pack for bringing stuff home,
That's a smart idea. I never thought of that.
right? So anything you bring with you to wear should be disposable to give you room to bring stuff home,
I never thought of that.
you know,
Hmm.
because you're bringing home dirty laundry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't really need that laundry, if you've got something to replace it, or you're going to need to replace it soon, don't bring it back.
Yep. Good.
You know,
Good idea.
that's, now you see there's another tip I should have saved for my channel, right?
Put that on your mind map there, Hugh.
There you go.
How to
Lee
pack
Gary's
for a
got to make his own
motorcycle.
mind map.
Yeah, leave dirty underwear at hotel.
my mind map is a blank sheet. There's nothing there.
Yeah. I kind of like that idea though, Gary.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if I
Well,
teach girls that?
I've always packed that way. I don't think I've ever brought socks or underwear back from Cuba.
My hunting friends used to stay out in the bush for like a week or two, and they would just flip their underwear inside out after a few days.
Yeah.
So gross. So gross.
It worked though, right?
I guess
Yeah.
I wasn't doing a sniff test. I'll tell you that.
Did you change your underwear every day? Yeah, I changed it with that guy the first day and that
Oh,
guy.
oh. No, Gary. No. Stop.
Oh, that's the old army joke, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Gary, I'm not sure the girlfriend, she's willing to go on another ride. Her first ride with me started out phenomenal. We actually bought Bluetooth helmets so we don't have to yell back and forth, so we can talk, amongst ourselves. And it was kind of cool. She had never been up near Yellowstone. I had her up to Beartooth Pass in Montana, outside of Red Lodge. We're up at 12,000 something. It just unbelievable country. And the whole time I can hear her going, wow, holy cow, Until we started coming home. We were actually going to spend a day in Yellowstone. The weather turned. We decided to come home. And we got as far as Sheridan, Wyoming. We were about 4 hours plus from home. And I'm watching the weather, I'm watching a storm. And I told her, I said, I showed her on my phone. I said, we're either going to hit it or we'll barely miss it. What I didn't see was the cell coming directly up from Colorado. That was gonna hammer us. And we got up on the interstate, and it was interstate from Sheridan all the way home. But oh my gosh, Gary, I'd never been in conditions like that on a bike. Wow.
Yeah.
We had, they said somewhere around 60 plus knot crosswinds.
Yep.
Hail. We actually, at one point, I told her, I said, I can't take this anymore. We had, I had a windshield and I had a shield on my helmet and everything, but I just couldn't take it anymore. So we pulled off, and we got down at the end of this off ramp, and it was raining so hard, the streets were flooding. I went through, I know it was over a foot of water on the Harley. We pulled into this convenience store, and there were 4 women on bikes. They had told us their story. They were coming from east to west, and they said it was worse east of us. They were getting hit with hail so bad, almost 80-mile-an-hour winds, and they pulled their bikes over. People were feeling sorry for them and letting them in their cars, and they were watching their Harleys getting blown over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then the worst part was, oh my gosh, I felt so bad for her. I put my truck in the garage when we left. Her car was in my driveway. And I'm like, I need something to drink when we get home. So we stopped and got a bottle of wine a half mile from my house. I left my helmet on, and I went into the convenience store, and a young kid that works in there, he goes, good God, Ron, what are you doing? Are you out on the bike and this stuff? And I'm like, yeah. I said, did the storm hit here? I said, according to the radar, when I was coming from the west, it looks like it went directly north. He goes, oh no, it hit here. He said, we had baseball size hail. He said, man, there's cars smashed all over the place. And I'm talking to him, not realizing I still got my helmet on. So she's sitting out on the bike, hearing every word we're saying. And she's like, and I come outside, and as soon as I saw the look on her face, she goes, I don't want to go to your house, because she knew her car was in my driveway. Sure enough, we pulled the driveway, and it was just all dented up really bad.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you guys have a lot of hail up in Canada?
Out west we do.
Yeah, out west I had hail damage on a car
All over the place there. Yeah.
Yeah. You heard about the 2 blondes? They had hail damage on the car, and they took it into the body shop, and the body shop says, yeah, we can fix it, but just take it home. Just blow in the tailpipe. You'll blow all the things out, right?
Yeah.
But he says, make sure you cool it off first. So anyway, they drive the car home. She's blowing in the tailpipe, and her friend says, that's not going to work. You got to roll the windows up.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's an oldie.
I was in Best Buy last night. I actually saw my first Mavic Mini 2. And I didn't realize, boy, those things are little.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
I don't know. With
Yeah,
the winds
there
we
it
have
is.
out here, I don't know if that'd be a good drone for me.
There it is.
the wood.
You got it. Oh yeah.
You've got a better drone. Why would you want the Mini 2?
Yeah,
You've got a Mavic Pro 2, don't you?
yeah.
You don't need the Mini.
Well, the only thing about the Mini is since he's packing saddlebags and stuff, it's much smaller.
That's true. But dude, yeah,
And-
it can handle
and
wind.
my opinion is the Mini 2 flies almost as well as my Mavic 2s, and it handles considerably the same amount of wind with the same stability. Camera quality is almost as good,
Yeah.
And people don't bother you so much, do they?
No,
They don't
it's really
notice you so
quiet.
much.
Really quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
I think most of them just think it's a toy and dismiss you.
Yeah.
You know, but with the Air or the Pro 2, they start to take notice, they do.
David's back.
Hey,
I'm going to live another day, the doc says.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did he
Well done.
tell you to keep up with your regimen of whiskey or what?
Very important, she said. She said,
Oh,
very,
okay.
very important to keep up that. It's good for clearing out your insides, she said.
I see Furball Kim has joined us too. Good morning, Kim.
Kim is here trying to help Hugh sort out his camera issue on his new drone.
Hi, Angie. Hi, Kim. And hi, Rob. Sorry. And Rob.
Hi, David.
I
Crack
like
on, mate.
I like flying FPV, but I hate all this build and fix bullshit.
Yeah.
Oh.
A cup of tea.
Now that new FPV, the DJI FPV, is almost 900 grams, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's heavy. It's got a big battery. Yeah.
yeah, and all the Canadian drone laws apply. It's just like any other drone, like the Phantom or the
This is under 250 grams with battery and camera, and so is my Mini.
yeah. So
Yeah, if they were to ever change that law, you'd have one of those FPVs in a microsecond.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, but here you have to have a visual observer.
Right, and I don't under 250 grams. That's
Yeah. So
Hi,
you're good.
come here.
Well, and you're flying line of sight too. You're not flying goggles, are you?
Of course.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have goggles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, on that one, but not on the Mini.
No,
No.
not the Mini. The Mini is just with the screen. Like I just
Yeah.
use my phone, right?
Yeah.
What's up?
I don't even know if you can use goggles with the Mini. I don't know.
Yeah, you can. If you use the Litchi app.
Lychee app. Okay.
Oh. That could be interesting.
I didn't know that.
Now, what you can do also
Oh,
is,
saying that, no, I'm not sure if it's the goggles. There's a setting in the Litchi app where you can know the VRs which you put your phone in.
Yeah.
right.
You can put your phone in there and fly it, but also as well, if you lift your head up and down, it'll control the gimbal.
Oh my God, I need that in my
Hi,
life.
Paul. Will that
in
work with the
Litchi app.
Mini too?
Well,
Rob, will that
we
work
don't
with the
know
Mini
whether
too?
it worked with the Mini too.
I'm pretty sure it does.
The reason I'm asking, because I know it doesn't yet work with the Air 2, because the DJI haven't put the SDK out.
It might not work for the Mini too. It does work for the Mini. I just checked Litchi today about that. But it,
I watched some guy who's foreign, German, Sweden, something. He goes around on a one wheel thing.
Okay.
Got quite a lot of subscribers. Any idea anybody who he is? You don't do live streams.
Not Ash from Droning On.
3 months ago, there was no support for the Mini 2 yet. Huh. Boy, I like that though. But yeah, I've got a couple of pairs of goggles that basically your phone slips into. So you can actually use that with the DJI app, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
As long as you can connect to the controller
Right.
with a long enough wire. Because it
Yeah,
used to be that the Spark, you could have a wireless connection between the controller and the phone. But I don't think it's supported anymore, not with the Mini. You got to be plugged in.
This is the guy, Tech Drone Media.
Can you post a link, Rob?
Yeah.
See, what my question was is because it's a different controller and it's got a USB-C on the bottom, I didn't know if that would act as where you can plug in and get the video out or not. I didn't know.
No. No.
Yeah, be USB-C to Lightning in your case, right? Because your iPhone.
The link's in the chat, Hugh.
Okie dokie. Don't see it yet.
In the private chat or is it in the live chat?
Oh,
In
there
the
we go.
live stream.
There it is.
I got it now.
Yeah.
He does millions of stuff with the Litchi app.
Drone media.
And I did watch a video not long ago of him doing it with the his phone in his thing and moving the gimbal with his head and other things. I'm not sure if it was the Mini 102 though.
Mini 1, yeah. The Mini 2 is not supported. His video 3 months ago says no.
Paul Hodges, good
Oh,
morning.
Good morning, Paul.
Come on, gentlemen.
Hey,
Morning,
Mr.
Paul.
Hodges.
Yeah, there's lots of people waiting for that SDK to come out because it does the Air 2 as well.
Gary's been waiting for you to get here, Paul.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
All right. Do.
All right. There, okay, I can put the headphones back in.
Is that Litchi app any good?
Is the Lychee app? I don't know. I've never used Lychee. I know some people do.
I've done it. Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
It allows you to do waypoint missions.
Yeah,
Oh.
they got some
Like
other
the-
features the normal
Yeah.
DJI app haven't got, haven't they?
Yeah, like I'll give you a good example of where it's useful. Like, let's say you want to fly a long straight line with your drone, and you don't want to sit there just holding the controls for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You can program it to fly to a certain point and be
Yeah.
videoing along the way, or take pictures in different directions along the way. Stuff like that.
I
Oh,
used
that's
that
cool.
to do a golf course, all,
That's
all,
right. Yeah.
all the holes, I did them from home. I set the heights and I had it like a golf ball. It goes up, then comes back down by the hole. I did it all.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Wow.
Oh my god!
Do you have
that's
that
wicked.
video up, Paul?
I never made it public.
Can you show it to us? I'd love to see that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me
That's a
minute.
great idea because I know golf courses now are getting into they want to show their golf course.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I was flying over yesterday in my latest video. Was a golf course.
Get up. It might be. You have to give me a few minutes, guys.
I'll be watching that now in a bit, Hugh.
Okay, I don't tell
What's that?
I'll be watching your video now in a bit.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Nothing too exciting, but
Oh, that's all right. I went
Hey,
to order-
Rob.
Hey, Dave, you all right, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
No, no, no.
he's here in spirit.
Okay.
Good to
That's
hear
why,
you.
that's why he's been named Casper.
Oh, spirit. I
Nice.
thought you meant whiskey.
nice.
Oh,
No, not whiskey.
That's what's in my cup.
Grumpy old buck.
Dave is still acting like an extruder today for all of those egg rolls he ate yesterday.
Too much information.
Extruder. Oh, geez.
No, I took a little nap and woke up, and it was time for Teresa to call me. So
What does she call you, Dave?
anything she wants to.
So Ron, you're off for a few days now?
No, I head in tomorrow morning, and I'll get up at about 2:45 tomorrow morning and on the road by 3:30, and I'll be gone till Wednesday afternoon.
Oh,
Wow. You still with a girlfriend, Ron?
What's that?
You still with a girlfriend?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
A few weeks ago, you was yes, no, yes, no.
Yeah,
Ron, I get the feeling she's a placeholder.
yeah. It's
Get
definitely
on
not.
Tinder, bro. You're a handsome young man. Come on. Come
It's-
on.
She's not Miss Right, just a Miss Right now.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
hope she doesn't watch this live
Oh.
stream.
I
not
like-
either.
I like that.
You did,
Ron.
Angie.
That was good.
You'd be a lonely guy from now on, Ron. Oh. Yeah, AZ, I know. I know, DJI, your warranty's void. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Was
won't
she-
see her till sometime mid-April. Yeah.
Ron, she's in the medical field too, isn't she?
Yeah.
Kim, there's the connection there. I don't know what it's called. Micro RPMS. I don't know. I have no idea. Don't know what they're all called. It's a very tiny little connection. But the video was working at one point. I actually had video the other day. And then when I went out to fly yesterday, no video. So
I'm going to step out here, guys. I got to get
Okay,
some
Gary's
stuff
got
done.
you ready. He's going to be on today around the noonish to one-ish hour,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Check for me in about 3 hours.
all right, man.
I'll get my.
Good seeing you, Gary.
Have to get
Thanks
my.
for coming in, Gary.
Have to get
See
my.
you,
Poop,
Gary.
have to
Bye,
get my
Gary.
poop in a group, and we'll see you this afternoon.
Well, and make
Yeah.
sure you start your show off with your little cat carving there.
My
Yeah.
little cat carving. Okay.
yeah.
I'll probably be out flying, but I'll try to join you from the field if you're on.
All right. Great. Okay. You guys have a great day. Be kind to one
later,
another,
bud.
and we'll see you this afternoon.
Bye,
Screw
Gary.
you, Gary. Screw you.
I know.
I'll be kind when I want to be. Thursday, huh? Hugh, did you turn your FPV drone on before connecting antenna? AZ, I most certainly did not. I most certainly did not. I plugged the antenna in before I ever put a battery or anything onto it. And I know it's a noob thing, but I used to work with electronics, so that much I did know, thankfully. So it screws into a connector. No, Kim, it just pushes onto a connector.
Hey, Roger.
Roger says hello to everybody.
Hey, Roger.
Roger.
Hey,
What's up,
Roger.
Annabelle?
Hey, Hugh, I can't find the video right now, but I'll show you something.
All right, bud. No worries. I just thought I'd.
Yeah, it might be on another drive someplace, but right here is the one hole. Okay.
Yeah.
And here I started at 10 feet, went to 50,
Yeah.
50, then turned and 50, and then down to 10 feet down in front of
Really
the
cool,
hole.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
That would
Yep.
be great.
But
What
yeah,
was that flying your Phantom? Was it? Was that flying your Phantom?
I think it might have been the, yeah, here's another hole I did. Yeah. I did it. I can do it on both, eh? I can't tell you which one I did at time. Yeah. So this one here took off from here 10 feet. Yeah. Went up to 50, 50. So down to 35, down to 10. But the thing I learned is I had to go down sooner than the actual hole because of the way the camera's pointed, right?
Camera angle. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, so that you would come down into the
Well,
hole.
when you launch that, okay. The
Yep.
question I would have: you still see what it's doing? Do you still have any stick control at all?
Yeah, you still have some stick control. You
Because
can.
what I was thinking is, like you said, you had to adjust the camera angle at the end. Couldn't you use your wheel and do it there while you're recording it, or no?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I did that or not, but just okay. Where is I'm looking for? Okay, so I will quickly share this.
Because it's like a return to home. You know, you can stop at any time.
Yeah. But see, the waypoint settings, each one, you know, you set the altitude and then above ground, of course. Okay. Yeah, so you see gimbal pitch. I had it disabled, but you can do a point of interest.
Yeah.
Interpolate, which thing, but you know, action stay for 15 seconds, and there's a lot of different things you can do with it. Yeah, you know.
So when at each of those points, does it pause there, or can you make it a fluid flight and just keep?
Well,
going?
no, just a nice fluid flight.
Okay.
It just goes up and then comes right back down, or turns whatever it has to do to go with the ground level, right? So.
Well, and then in post, what would be cool is if you could put a little golf ball, like you were following the golf ball.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been trying DaVinci Resolve the last couple of days.
Oh,
And you know, it's not bad for what you pay for it. I tried color grading though, and that is complicated.
Yeah.
Really complicated. The Adobe Premiere is very simple to color grade. You know, there's a bunch of basic corrections you can do with just a couple of sliders. but
What?
with,
Well, and also DaVinci Resolve, you can do auto color, and it does it pretty good.
Do
Yeah,
you use it?
I've used it. Yeah,
Oh,
auto
you'll have to
color.
show me how, because I
Paul,
Yeah.
could not get it to work yesterday.
which program, Paul, do you use where you change like a gray sky behind all of your houses and
Oh,
stuff?
but that's on photos only though. That's on Luminar 4.
Only on
Luminar 4.
photos. It doesn't
Yeah.
do video.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like Luminar 4, Paul.
Oh, I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great for me because I can, with the real estate stuff, I can do it really quick. Like you know.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give that a shot, Kim. I'll see if I have to take the drone apart to get at the camera connector.
Yeah.
Everything's so small.
Well, the only thing
Yes.
that makes me wonder, Hugh, is if in fact that is the issue, how do you really correct the issue? You might get it to work on the bench, but then when you go out, maybe the connection's weak, or you know.
Don't know.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Because I would get really frustrated if you
Got screwed
take
in.
her on the bench you go out to go fly and it's not working again.
That's what happened because yesterday it was working on the bench.
Yeah.
And then I took it out yesterday. It didn't.
Is it? Are there any solder joints in that circuit that you've done or
I haven't done any
Obviously,
soldering whatsoever. Just pushed an antenna connector onto the board. That's it.
I just thinking it might be, it might have been a bad joint, especially if it's working indoors and not outdoors.
It could. Well, it's not working indoors anymore either.
Oh, right. Okay.
All period. I don't know what it is, to be honest. It's pre-built, right? So I didn't build it. And
Well, if you were to turn it on and grab that little connection and wiggle it, does it come back on or no?
can't really wiggle it. It's on there pretty tight. It's a press fit connector. There's no wiggle.
Well, the only thing I was thinking is even if a minor wiggle, David, maybe I'm wrong, if it's connected and there's a bad solder joint, like a crack or something, you might get some kind of an idea.
I did try pressing down on it a little bit, but didn't work. I don't know, boys.
Paul,
Andrew.
Good morning.
Morning,
Morning,
Andrew.
Andrew.
How are you?
Hey, Andrew.
How are you?
Ron, you're heading out, Ron?
Yeah, I gotta head out and got a lot to do today. Get
Well,
ready.
thanks for stopping in.
Yeah, thanks for having me and hope everybody has a great day.
Good to see
Yeah,
you, buddy.
yeah.
You take care of yourself, Ron. Sorry,
Take care,
I missed you.
mate.
Sorry,
Hang on.
I didn't get to visit very long. So,
It happens. I understand.
yeah, I got lots big list today. So, all
Well,
right, guys. Well, thank you, Paul.
All right,
care,
Ron.
Have a
Yep.
good day now.
oh, Ron, I'm going to pull one that I usually don't do. I'm going to just keep you. Do you have 2 more seconds?
Yeah.
Question for Hugh, but this ties into Mac. Hugh, you were showing that thing this morning about the brain map for jotting ideas for conversation.
Mhm.
What is the name of the program again?
Simple Mind.
Simple Mind. Okay. Because we used to call it Tree, and why I asked you, because it is on Mac only, right?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Okay. Well, you showed your map this morning. That was from an old show you did on Gary's, was the example?
Yeah.
Can you explain this? You had DJI, sorry, so I can see it. DJI and Mike's Fine under drones. You had Cat versus Tree. Okay, there was one of my questions that comes from Cat.
So basically what you do is you pick main topics and then you expand on a topic. What are the things about that topic that you might want to talk
But
about?
this is the one that I was wondering about.
Fuck you.
I was just, I didn't know if that's a Mac thing or what, so I wanted to.
Oh, you
Come on, you must have seen that coming.
Yeah, I was
fucking punked again. Punked again. Love you, Connor. Love
Just-
you, man.
I didn't. So I'm learning. We'll call it one learning.
Hey, Ron, that was worth staying for, I think.
Was.
Well, I know Matt. He's a Mac guy, so I need all the advice I can get on this. Where how far it's runs.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Jeez. All righty, guys. Well, take care. Everybody have a good
Okay,
day.
Ron.
yeah, right.
See you, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
I got man.
There's Annabelle.
Daddy, a hug. Hey,
Annabelle says, Daddy, I don't know why you want to fly them whirlybird things. You got me to play with all day.
What
Oh.
are you gonna do about it?
Right.
Shit, man.
I'll be back in a minute. My computer wants to do a restart.
Okay, Ron.
Okay.
See you in a minute, guys.
All right.
When you're hugging Annabelle like that, I feel like you're plotting my demise after that. this is the evil guy we talk about with the cat.
Yeah.
Looking at you, she goes.
She looks at the camera and says, is that the guy?
Gatman says, "Is it a pin stack?" I don't know what that is, Gatman. I'm brand new to FPV, buddy. I don't know what a pin stack is.
David is the only one that I know that goes in and plays with soldering and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think I'll have to take it to Corey Mano and see if he can help me figure it out. I did put in a ticket with Bang Good, but I mean, if I have to send it back to them, that's a month back, maybe a week or two to process and another month to return. So half the summer gone, you know?
Yeah, July.
Hey, Raj, how are you, Kim?
16 stacks. Oh, yeah, it could be, man. Yeah, I think it is a 16 by 16 stack. Yeah, maybe I damaged something. It's possible. I think
Oh,
the
he
VTX
says-
is 20 by 20 though.
16 by 16 stacks are very delicate. Well, I would imagine anything that's stacked are delicate.
I've seen Chris and his loads. Nothing delicate about the stack seahorse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the VTX is 20 by 20, but the flight controller stack is 16 by 16.
Pardon me.
Well,
Anyway,
the thing of it is if you were to replace that yourself, that's a big job, I would imagine, isn't it?
well, it's a very small job. That's the problem. If it was a big job, would be easier, but I don't know if you can see in there, but those wires, they're like flipping small, man.
Like a hair.
I could just buy another VTX. They're $30 on Banggood and just order it and see if I could replace it. But I don't know.
And I don't, is the VTX a standalone plug and play? In other words, like he plugs in here, plugs in there, and then just goes on the board?
Yep.
So you don't have to solder anything?
No, you have to solder it.
Oh,
It's not exactly plug in, but it's plug and play in the sense that you just add it, solder the wires, and there you go. Anyway.
that would drive me crazy.
You see an SE step. Plug it that way. Okay, Gatman. Thanks, buddy. Anyway, it's kind of like your computer problems, Paul. We're not going to solve it on the air, but I just, just sharing
Yeah.
my sad story. Oh, wow.
So
My recovery one.
I don't know if you knew this or not, Andrew, but David survived his first shot.
Oh, good stuff.
Yep.
Good
and,
man.
and what really helps is the whiskey.
Okay.
I've got no side effects at all except the need to eat pizza and drink whiskey.
Well, if you can, if you're gonna have side effects, those are the ones you want. So that's good. I'm glad to hear that, though. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm really excited for my parents to get their shot. I'll be happy when they get it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'll be right back. I need pizza.
sure.
Now, David, is yours the 2-shot or 1-shot?
Yeah, I've got another shot to have in a few weeks.
Okay.
Well, it does give them most protection. I mean, they all do well and take any shot you can get, but if you get the double dose, so far it seems to be the better, especially for the new strains.
Can
My
do
daughter-
the Canadian bump.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I think I just stumbled on something.
I never heard of it before.
Hugh's disappeared and Kim's propositioning him. Yeah.
I didn't see that in the thought map. I think there's a few more branches on that one.
So, Roger, are you going to go out and fly today? Is it clear? Is it flyable? Or
I know it's nice here. It's beautiful out.
I know he's probably still working on his camera stand just to get just the right place.
Oh yeah, we were supposed to follow. Not all about that. Poor Roger.
Well, just if I can't fly my big drone, doesn't mean I can't take my little guy out and do
There
FPV.
you go.
Yeah, today.
Is it? But you can fly that around the house. I don't think I'd take that out in any kind of wind, would you?
Not in any heavy wind, but if it's still, I'll take it out today.
Yeah.
Hugh, do you think you'll get in time more because you seem to really gravitate to FPV? Do you think you'll get more into the wiring side and all that stuff, or is it just not interest you?
Maybe. I need to build my soldering skills though.
No,
I
I
don't
hear you.
practice on my brand new drone. You know what I mean?
No. Good, no. Because it seems to go hand in hand. It's kind of like owning a dirt bike. You know, after a while, there's always something going on it.
I was trying to take a shortcut, and it wasn't a good idea. I probably should have just built it.
Not too late to build another one just for practice. I mean, even
Good.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to do it on something brand new either, like that.
I bought a bunch of soldering stuff that should be arriving today. A big soldering mat and heat gun and shrink tubing, wire, and all
Oh,
kinds of stuff. So I'm going to try to practice and get better.
nice.
The irony is, I used to solder to NASA standards. I was certified in college.
Wow. Yeah, but I
For
mean,
years,
anything-
I never did it afterwards. I was in management and
Yeah, once you stop using
Yeah.
it, it won't take you long to pick it up again, though. Yeah.
I used to do the double bass drum part for Metallica's One Live for people, and now I have trouble pushing pedals on the gas thing here sometimes. You know, if you don't do it, you're gonna lose that skill. You know, it's just the way it is. But it's still there.
I never liked it, but I did it.
Right. I hear you. That's sometimes those people that don't like it are better at it because they don't come in with the ego behind it because they want it so badly. You know, that happens a lot with people with their driving license. People who aren't so excited to go and get it tend to usually do better than people that are raring to go.
It was a must-have skill when I went through my training in the Air
Of
Force.
course.
Because, as the first instructor said, here's a valve, here's a transistor, here's an integrated circuit. You'll never see one of those. So valves and transistors and discrete components is what we thought we'd be working on, or they thought we would be working on. Because by the time we finished training, everything had chips in it, everything had integrated circuits.
Your valves are vacuum tubes, right?
Yeah.
Hey, drone shots.
High drone shots. But most of the radios up until even before I was coming out to leave them up, there was at least one valve radio in every jet.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were by definition EMP radios, because they were in a metal box with valves, as opposed to a metal box with transistors and chips, which were just so much useless junk after an EMP. So every military aircraft had one in the Royal Air Force anyway.
Pardon me. Yeah, that would have been an interesting time to be into it with all the change.
Yeah. Sure is a nice day here. It's already like 14 degrees, I think.
Drone shots. Hello. Sorry about that. I had to go throw some peanuts.
It's going to be 15 this afternoon. Holy crap.
Oh, that reminds me, Hugh.
Yes, sir.
We were talking about your channel before I went to the docks.
Okay.
Well, we weren't, but you mentioned your video out today. Well, I've got a bone to pick with your channel.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in the titles, it says something about from the north.
Yeah.
You're not in the north, you're in the south.
Well, I mean,
South of Canada. Yeah, I get it. I get where you're coming
fair
from.
enough.
I wasn't even thinking the south of Canada.
But
You
if-
just spoke to me.
But kind of in Hugh's defense, if you look at North America as a whole, he is kind of in the north.
Most of my
North America, the whole, how are you spelling that?
Probably north of them. And you'll notice I don't have a picture of Canada as my banner. It's actually Iceland. Just because
Representing.
representing the north, man.
That's right. And then you get to Iceland and the weather's more tame than anything we get in Canada. That's what I still can't all those times there and I still can't wrap my head around it. Yeah. I don't know why, but it's so bizarre.
It's amazing to me too, because I see all the pictures you did of Iceland, and it looks like fairly nice weather compared to, what we get here.
It's fairly nice in the winter, believe me.
Well, that's why, I mean, for as Northern Lights, Canada is mostly uninhabited in that part, or lightly at best, until you get to the Yukon. And then you have Alaska, both cold ass places to go see the Northern Lights, where there you can go and see it at maybe -5 degrees Celsius at its coldest. and even get a better view. That's why it became such a quick tourist trap, and it took a lot of the travel that used to go to Alaska and those places were going there, because you get to, you get to see it all in the winter, but 10 times warmer. That was kind of the marketing gimmick behind it.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is I'm not used to in unless you go really far south or west, having hot springs.
Yeah.
Because in some of your videos and pictures, Andrew, you're driving along and all of a sudden you come to hot springs and there'll be people out there in the water.
There's a
Well, that's
river.
how they generate their heating and their hot water and
That's
even
what-
electric
Yep.
from the hot springs.
That's even why aluminum, that's one of the cheapest places in the world to do it, because it's all being done through geothermal electricity. So it costs them almost nothing to do it. It's also great for server farms because they the same thing. All that electricity is costing basically nothing, almost, except for the infrastructure. There's a river that runs through there. It's not a deep river, but the river is running about 30 degrees Celsius, all 27 or 30 degrees Celsius all the time. Yeah. Runs all down from the glacier and down along the side of a ridge and down through. And it's very cool. It's Hugh, I'm sure, can attest to it. And David, you were there before as well, right?
Yeah.
It's a little bit like going to Mars. Because it's very few places you can go to where you can say, this is not like anything I've seen, this is not comparable. And you get to certain barren parts of it.
Which is exactly why they used it for so many movie backdrops.
Yes.
Prometheus, this new Star Trek series.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of the episodes were filmed in Iceland, and it was supposed to be another planet.
Right. There's not much set building needed to do it. Especially on the top end there, one place where it blew for 50 miles square. Like there's just nothing.
No place looks like that
Mm-mm.
that I've been to.
Nope.
Not even the far north of Norway.
Right? Yeah. It's more mountainous and forested and
I've been to Norway, but I would like to get up to the north side. I would like to do more like those. I love Nordic countries in general. I have an obsession with them, and I'd love to go through and take my time all through Norway and Finland. I've been there, but only the capitals and the surroundings.
I want to do the Faroe Islands. That's something that's on my bucket list that I really want to see.
We set up when we had our your events Iceland, we were looking at, and we kind of went through to have the first flight ever from North America direct over as a tourist flight. It was going to leave Montreal, and we looked into brokering the plane and everything else and do like a 1 week stint.
Yep.
Because it was untapped and Iceland was getting expensive really quickly, but the Faroe Islands offered a lot of it and the prices were a lot more reasonable.
Yeah.
But it was hard to do, and it's a lot of money up front.
Angie, go see Iceland. It'll be the best trip you'll ever have.
Yep.
Trust me. Even if lots of other people have droned over Iceland, do it anyway. It's so cool.
The sad part is they made the one fatal mistake was letting the cruise ships in, and cruise ships kill. I'm sorry, I don't mean to chin on anybody. I understand they're fun, but if you want a way to bring in the worst kind of tourist and ruin a place, set up for a cruise ship, because they just walk over everything. They're killing the moss. They had to start putting lines everywhere where they never had to before, and people started drowning. God, they were standing in the middle of waterfalls, water falling down 95 feet, and them standing in the middle on a tiny rock.
People do some silly things, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, before Iceland was kind of that place that nobody usually went to their first trip ever. They usually had 2 or 3 under their belt. They kind of knew how to act, what to touch, what not to touch. So it wasn't a nanny trip. It was amazing.
Well, so what you would say, Andrew, is you'd say that Iceland has lost its innocence.
Yeah, in a way, yeah, I'd say that's a fair statement, actually. Yeah, that's a.
I'll tell you what, I met some pretty grumpy locals over there.
Mm-hmm. They are grumpy.
Happy to help me. Yeah.
Yep.
In fact, I had 3 encounters. 3, and it was I've never had that when I've traveled before. And I'm not a hard guy to get along with when I travel. I'm very polite and cordial to people. I ask please and thank you and hello. But some of these guys,
you got to really, really let them take the driver's seat when you're talking to them, because a lot of them feel their country kind of got taken from underneath them.
Yeah, well, kind of did. The rich people are banking and they're just robbing the poor people, and the poor people are working their butts off.
Well, you meet a doctor over there, and you know he'll ask what he does. He doesn't just say I'm a doctor. He's like, well, I'm a doctor, and I also fly helicopters on the side, and my wife has been selling tomatoes, and they all got 4 jobs ever since the economy crashed in 2008. They all do 3 or 4 jobs.
But the bankers are busy doing time, not jobs.
Yeah, and they were one of the only countries to put them in prison. Yeah, well, I mean, it was an IKEA-looking prison, nonetheless.
Yeah.
At least they put them in. Yeah, but at least they put them in one. If we have such hard prisons, we never put any of ours in it.
Yep.
Oh, good on them for it.
Angie, you should see if you can do a working trip over there to Iceland.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
There's-
Find a job, stay for a couple of months, and then drone on the weekends.
I wonder is there any drone restrictions in Iceland?
Yes. Yeah, there is. When I was there, anyway.
What they are.
Like around the Puffins, there was a no drone sign. A couple of places I went to, there was a no drone sign.
You're right back.
But a lot of the scenic places in Iceland are not monitored. There's no people there to take tickets or whatever. It's just, they're just there, so.
Is there a peak tourist season in Iceland, or?
I don't know. I would imagine summer, but
yeah, summer is the high season, but it became so busy that it was kind of all around the year was peak, but the summer was the peakish of it.
Yeah, because I would think just because of the uniqueness of Iceland, that there are people, I want to go to Iceland in the wintertime. I want to go to Iceland in the summer.
I'd like to do that too.
One of the head guy, the CEO for Iceland Air, at one of the last trade shows I went to, here it is in short what they did. In 2008, they were bankrupt with the economy, with the world collapse. And they were at one point, I don't know if you guys remember, they almost joined Russia. They had paperwork and everything. Because overnight, a guy I met, he was in Montreal at the time. Their inflation went so high, the next day he had to buy a pair of golfing shoes, and it took every money, all the money in his account just to buy the one set of shoes.
Lord.
So they had nothing left, and then finally they were looking at it and what to do, and they had Iceland Air already, but all the planes switch in Iceland, if you're going to Europe or North America. And it was a crapshoot. They decided to put all their money in it and create this free stopover, because they realized not everybody wants to go to Iceland for 2 weeks. So the marketing campaign was, let's have 2 vacations for one. If you're going to Dublin, take a weekend in Iceland. If you're going to New York, take 4 days, blah, 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 blah. And that turned them into the biggest travel destination in the world 5 years later because of that one decision. It was genius.
Yeah.
Because all the flights come in the morning and leave in the evening, so they don't have to have staff as busy all day on that airport, because otherwise it would be too much traffic. It wouldn't be as much traffic to keep them going.
So you could pick your stay over for as many days as you want, because there was always an exit plan in the evening, right?
Well, there was no get-on fees, so you didn't have to pay. Usually you have to pay extra to do anything like that. So they took away all the taxes and the fees if you chose to do it up to 7 days. So as long as it was less than 7 days, there was no extra cost to you, which was brilliant. And because those Blue Lagoons are only about 10 kilometers away from the airport, a lot of people fly in the morning, spend the day in lagoons, and then get back on their planes in the evening and then fly on.
We thought about doing that, doing like just no hotel, just basically do 36 or 48 hours, no sleep, just do the Blue Lagoon and tour, and then sleep on the plane home,
Yep. That's we've always used Iceland pretty well, except when I went for business, it was always as a stopover.
Yeah.
A couple days here, on the way back, a couple more days. Hey, Go Fish, how are you?
Morning, Stella. Trying to clean the damn Fresnel lens in these goggles. They're filthy. They're brand new. Why are they filthy?
Stella's in the house. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, Stella.
Stella.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wind's picking up. I was just looking at my front camera, and I've got bushes along the front, and they're just.
sorry, that's an old photo Xenia took, but that's where you look like you're on another planet all the time. Is shot like places like that in Iceland.
Now, would that marker be of some significance or just somebody?
Nah, some jackass put it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
that's a huge thing over there, eh?
Yeah, they're trying to combat it. They're really trying to get people to stop doing it. They're trying to build back the trees, and if you're tearing up the moss and you're grabbing those, they don't want nothing screwed with like that. And people used to not do it until the heavy tourism started, and then it really got popular.
Yeah. There was a bag.
There you go, fish.
Hey, go fish.
Here you go, fish.
Stella is in the house.
Yep, Stella is here. So what's everybody's plans for today? David, you got any big plans?
Yeah.
It's 3:00 in the afternoon there for you, right?
Yeah, all my plans are done.
Dave, I think what was your gourmet plan for today?
Oh,
Gourmet plan.
Oh, it's Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
oh.
I'm going to Dave's for supper. See you
Yeah,
later.
really.
I like Taco Bell. So I don't think we have one here in Brockville.
Paul, you got any signs to do?
Yeah, I got one in London again.
Now, how far a drive is that for you?
Oh, probably this one's about 20 minutes.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
I've been fixing my sprayer.
Oh,
It was starting to leak all over the place, but the hose cracked. So but it was right at a bend, so I had enough room. I cut it and put it back on. So hopefully it's gonna be okay.
There you go, Paul, right there.
Yep, Loctite. Yep. Okay. I don't know if I get that in there or not. I'm not worried about that.
Andrew's just hanging. Did you have to go take the kids to school or?
no, not this morning. Chris is home today. So, well, I took Audrey out to the bus, but Chris is
Oh,
home
okay.
today. He just went jogging there. He came back a few minutes ago. He's got to go with his mother's phone because it's got to track his pace and everything.
Oh, okay.
And then it goes right back to the teacher. I think he's got
Well,
to do.
now what? Audrey just goes to school till what? 3:00 or so, or?
Yeah, she's home about 3.
Okay.
Yeah, just around that time the bus comes. So it's an early morning for her. She gets on the bus at 10 after 7, I guess.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then
Well, it's gotta help that it's light by then, you know.
yeah, in the wintertime, yeah, when I bring her and come back even in the house, still not but then again, when we lived in Latvia, we'd take Chris to daycare at 8:30 in the morning. It was still dark in the winters. This is the same parallel as Scotland.
I didn't realize it was that far north. Wow.
Yep. I didn't realize Scotland was so far when I was looking at it. Like, you never think of when you're looking flat on a map, tell you. Yeah, it is pretty. With the 60th parallel, right, David?
Well, I live at the 57th.
57. No, sorry, 57th parallel.
Yeah, there's a little bit more of Scotland above where I live, but
Right, but yeah, I don't think it reaches 6 because I was thinking north of 60. That's why that's getting in like over here. That's into the frost line pretty much.
I don't think anybody. Does anybody live north of? Oh yeah, I guess they do.
Mm-hmm.
also Norwegians do.
Yeah, and here in Canada too.
Hey, look at that. Works again. No leaks.
Bella, you're making me hungry. Stop it.
Come back, quit. Okay.
Stella's talking about all the homemade food that she's going to make that I can't.
Yeah.
Although, dudes, my wife made a lasagna last night. Wow, so good. Best lasagna I've ever had.
Well, it's good.
Yeah, she was off yesterday afternoon, so she spent like 2 hours making this lasagna. Scrumptious.
Well, I'm sure you appreciate it too because you are like a lot of like semi-bachelor almost, just because of the way she's had to work this last year and everything.
Yeah.
Well,
and she's gone 4 nights a week.
Yeah.
stays overnight at a client's and takes care of her during the night. So yeah, so she's gone a lot.
So it's understandable.
That's why I got the cat.
Yeah.
I've got somebody to talk to. Otherwise, I'm talking to myself, which is just weird. I was getting used to it though, unfortunately.
Well,
That's weird.
it's called when you live alone, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll call it something else here.
Yeah. Dementia. It's coming for me. So Angie seems
Lost-
pretty excited.
Lost girl, that's always an option. The lost girl says she's thinking about sleeping the rest of the day.
Oh, all right.
I'm just charging up my little batteries. And I'm going to go out and fly somewhere with my little.
There you go. I'm 57 degrees, 37 minutes north.
So
And 60 degrees north is the bottom bit of Shetland.
There, I was. You were saying I was just looking at the same time. So in comparison to in North America, like there's Ottawa, Montreal, and there would be the 57th parallel.
There you go.
So yeah, it is pretty north.
As I was saying, Hugh, southerner.
That's what you were saying. Don't sass me, David.
Yep. So this afternoon sometime, I think around 12:30, Gary is talking about going on.
yeah. Okay.
I was hoping to catch him, but I might not today.
I'll be on my way to London probably.
Mm.
You got a minute there, Hugh?
Yeah, buddy. What's up?
Okay.
Oh, you found your video?
Yep, I found the video.
Shit. Hold on. Just wait a second. Being locked up. God damn it.
Locked up.
Oh, I have hot corners. I went up to the corner and it shut my screen down. Okay, I'm ready. Let's see.
Okay. Whoop, hit the wrong button.
You too. I'm not the only one making.
Yeah, there we go. Cool. Yeah, I want the start button, not the stop share button. Okay, so this is just here for the clubhouse, but see now I'll go up and it flies across, and this is all done automatically, right? I no input to it whatsoever. Okay.
I'm just going to nitpick. Your horizon's off by about 1 degree.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Just take your monitor, turn it a little bit, will you?
I'm just
I blame the trees growing on the left.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, then it comes back down to the hole.
That's really good.
It's nice and smooth too, eh? Yeah.
You know, what'd be really cool is a speed ramp where you go, whoosh.
Yeah, well, I could have probably done that too.
That'd be
See, okay, yeah. So here you're going out from another hole, but this one, I think it turns a bit. This one here, yeah. I should have speeded it up a bit.
Oh, I'm just saying, just for fun.
No,
not-
man, I should have.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's just this was just a demonstration one anyway, so it wasn't one of the actual ones.
It's beautiful.
But anyways, but you get the picture though. Eh? It goes up and then comes back down again, right?
That's good.
It just flies along and stuff. So yeah,
Gucci for the win, right?
yeah, and it's nice and straight because it's everything's done automatically, right? There's no twitching when you turn it, and everything's smooth. And
Yep.
I really like that Litchi program for that one. That was for sure. So
I used Litchi to try FPV on the Mavic Air, which was kind of neat. And again, it was just like Rob was saying. I have one of those goggles where you just slip your phone in.
Yep.
A couple of things I need to configure on my Mini.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, my brother works at that golf course. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Morning by Neil's back again.
Morning, Neil.
Let me see if I can. Okay, golf. Where's that golf one? Where's it coming up? Right there.
Oh, look at there, the minis.
Yeah, I want to make a couple of changes to some settings.
Yeah, I'll show you something here. Oh, what happened here? Okay, it made screwed up here. I'll come back to it. Okay, should be this one here, I think.
Oh, got to turn the controller.
Okay. Oh, what the hell going on there? It's acting weird. Huh. No.
Phone charging. There we go. Oh, advanced camera settings, autofocus unlock, gimbal follow. Ooh, did you guys see the new options for the function button on the Mini?
No.
There's some new stuff here. Recenter gimbal, toggle map, live view, gimbal follow / FPV mode. That could be fun. Let's do that.
I'll try this again, see if it'll share or not. Nope, it keeps going off for some reason. I had it going and it stops. Anyways, my brother cutting greens. I had him on the machine. He was going around and following them. Yeah. What time of day is it? 20 after 10. That's not too bad.
Yeah, I got to take off soon.
Well, I got to go to London, but I don't think I'll go till a little bit later. They said they were going there or something. What the heck did he say? They're going this morning for pictures. They do pictures, so I need to sign up today. We are doing pictures today and listing tomorrow.
Cool.
So I don't know.
Thank you.
Okay, now. Do. How do you set there's the 3 modes and you can set the precision for them. Where the heck are those? Camera.
Guess you should finish drinking my coffee. It's starting to get cold.
Yeah, then you'd have to go get some more.
Well, like I said, I got to go to London. Got to have one for a road trip. Okay, what'd my sister send me? What?
Ah, there we go. Advanced gimbal settings. Okay.
I can always tell when my sister's getting bored. Keep sending me stuff on Messenger. So just one after another. I said, "You bored or what?"
That happens.
Yeah. She lives by herself, right? So.
Herman's in the chat. Good
Hey,
morning.
Herman.
Hi, Herman.
Morning.
Great job.
Uh-oh, it's trouble.
Well, looky here.
Morning, Roger.
Roger.
Hey, hi.
Hey, who's that stranger?
How's it going?
Good, and
How are
yourself?
you doing?
Not bad, not bad.
Hi, Roger.
So, how you like the way the camera's placed now, guys?
Back to the way it was originally when you started, pretty much. You're back to like you were just when you first, before you moved all the furniture and that. You're almost 1 for 1.
Well,
I
my camera used to be my camera used to be on top of my TV.
Yeah,
Now it's
it's down lower. My suggestion is I'd just bring it a little closer to you because you get rid of the edge of the wall and just get you a little more in. And
Well, and down a bit too, because
Yeah,
he's
the
at the
top shelf is showing it doesn't need to be. What you want to frame in my mind is the Canadian Drone Hub up a little bit.
My God, you guys are difficult this morning.
Hey, if you're gonna do it, man.
Roger, I like you just the way you are. Don't you?
Thank you.
And I've built it down just a smidge.
I
Rod.
accept you for what you
Right.
are.
Right there.
with the sign half cockeyed
there.
like that.
Perfect.
Really?
That's good right there.
No. You were good. Right there.
Right there.
There, leave it there. Leave it there. Leave it there. That's good. That's good.
How's that?
There, we see more of you.
Yep, that's better.
Better?
Mhm.
Yep.
You know what I was thinking though? Like you did on the CBC news broadcasts. There's
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Shouldn't it have your independent flag colors on it though? So we don't.
Yeah, but I got no black and
Roger
blue.
hasn't designed it.
Black and blue.
Ken, come here. Roger wants to turn you black and blue.
Yeah.
I'm not on long, guys. Hey, David, how you doing? Dennis, David, Desmond
Doing
Doctors,
good. How
Paul
are you
Hodges,
doing?
Andrew, Hugh, and Paul,
Good to see you.
and everybody in the chat. I don't even have the chat up there, guys. Sorry about that.
Going flying today?
I was planning to, but it's dull and gray right now.
Yeah, but dull and gray sometimes, depending if it's not too far over. It's sometimes better to film into. You get more contrast than you would in the bright
like
blue
you-
sky. You know, I like that. But
Well, when it comes to aerial photography, for me, like for the still pictures, I'd rather have a little overcast because
Yep.
you don't get all those long shadows.
well, it's the same with photography on the ground. I mean, that's the worst case scenario is noon with a high sun and no clouds. So you couldn't ask for a worse time to shoot anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, Phantom Flight 101, Herman, how you doing?
Hey, Herman.
Go Fish, how you doing? Lost Girl Heights. Yep. I see everybody in the chat this morning. Don't forget to hit that like button for Paul. He's doing a fantastic job covering for me. Blind Neil, how you doing?
Want to make sure you're awake because I got a leaf blower.
Yeah.
So I got to blow out.
Yeah.
Is somebody playing their messages?
Yes.
Yeah, I
He's
wasn't
got
sure what was-
something going in the background
Somewhere.
there.
Unlocked.
Must be David.
Yeah, I'm all set about back. I just want to make sure you were awake. And I didn't
Dave, you might want to mute. Dave.
Okay.
start.
No, Roger, a little back to the right.
No, I think up and to the left.
No, it's staying right there right now. Keep on like that, I'll start moving furniture around again.
Oh. It's all gonna go full circle anyway, so just cut out the middleman and leave it where it is.
Yeah, I keep wanting to move this desk, but it really can only go one place in this room, and it's where it is. But I still want to move it. So.
Sky View Walker, how you doing?
Hi,
Hey,
Skyview
How you
Walker.
doing? Welcome.
It's the limit and the limit. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's I'll show you what's doing here right now. So this is the weather we're having right now.
You can see the driveway.
Yeah. Well, it's either the driveway is melting, or Kim has been out there doing his carpet dragging a lot.
Both.
Jeez.
Hi, Chris.
So that's our weather right now, and I think that we're gonna about ready to get rain now.
Mhm.
You see, because Andrew forecasted some rain yesterday.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this morning and this evening.
Enough with the rain, man. Come on.
Sorry about that, guys. I had the maintenance guy come to the door.
Yeah, no, we just were saying to mute it. I mean, it's your personal conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, it
Yeah,
does
so that's
look
the
a-
weather it's doing here now.
Yeah, it looks a little dark there, Roger.
Yeah, it is. And it looks like the sun's trying to come out, but it's having problems. I'm charging 2 batteries anyway, so.
Remember, Hugh, we were talking a while ago. A different topic was about traveling and that. Look at my second suggested video just after us talking on the live stream. Faroe Islands.
There you go.
I haven't searched the Faroe Islands in a year.
That's check mine now and see what it says.
Yep.
Your chair looks more warmer, Roger. Yeah, I took the woolly mammoth off the other chair and I put it on this one.
57 degrees, which is 14 degrees Celsius right now. 57 Fahrenheit.
Hey, Chris, how are you? Good morning, bud.
What's up, Chris?
Oh. Yeah, Chris, I sent you an email, but also on Facebook. That's probably the fastest way to catch me if you need something.
It's doing 52 here. We're supposed to go up to 56.
Wow.
In other words, it's doing 11 degrees Fahrenheit and it's supposed to hit. Oh, wait a minute. 11 degrees Celsius. We're supposed to hit 13 Celsius today.
We're just showing 7 right now, Celsius.
Last night, what was it, around 1 o'clock in the morning? I was up in the balcony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had
Sat on
the
balcony, just my t-shirt on
Yeah.
and my pants.
I opened the window last night around 11 for a bit and thought, this is a nice feeling. I could get used to it,
left
but
my
I
window
won't.
open all night.
But
The heating's off in the house, and I left the windows open all night.
oh, you left the windows open as well.
Yeah.
I was worried it might turn through the night. Xenia's not feeling well, so I don't want to do it in case.
Okay. Oh, here comes the sun. Here comes the sun.
Wow, he's singing and everything. Look at his newfound freedom. Look, I got him.
I want to go flying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly.
And there goes the sun. Didn't stay too long, did it?
Hey, Paul, Chris says, Paul, the newsman Hodges, morning.
Good morning there, Chris. How's it going? It's the truck driver himself.
Well, you got 2 truck drivers here now.
You'll be okay, Blind Eel, to go for a walk today.
You believe that? Hey, Paul, I ordered that
Well,
Loctite,
Rob, hi. Sorry about that.
Loctite 401.
Yep.
Yeah, I ordered it Tuesday. It
Yeah.
says arriving 30th of March to the 22nd of April.
Of 2022. Okay.
When Kim and Roger go out now more, they started because it's getting sunnier, wearing the hats that Val bought for them to go out and that. So
No, actually, that's what kind of hat I need for my Blade controller, so I can see it.
Be fun trying to sit in the car together side by side if you don't take your hats off. Unbelievable.
Yes.
If somebody could even want to put something like that on. Jeez. Then again, I got a wife that would say, oh, I don't know, it looks comfortable.
Comfortable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris Jackson, say like Blind Eel is saying, I hope the roads are good. Yep. I'm a truck driver in darkness.
Jesus.
And the water is really coming off the roof up top.
Oh, yeah, imagine.
There
Yes.
you go, Roger, for when you want a shade when you're flying.
Yep. There you go.
It's a hat.
We'll almost take that too. But don't buy that, Paul, whatever you do. It'd be a waste of your money. 'Cause I will not wear it.
Look at the other one down at scroll down, Paul. Look at it with the I think it's a solar panel as well on top of it.
Where? Right here?
Go up. Just stay where you are, but go up. Go up. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What
Oh
is-
yeah, time that one.
What the hell? And look ridiculous with the durable canopy umbrella. What the hell is the point of the other one then?
I don't know.
I don't know, but it,
Quite, if I wore that around here, they'd take me
What?
south of St.
They go
Thomas.
fish.
What the heck?
they got
There you
all
go,
kinds
fish.
of them there for you.
Like a lot of them are stupid, but that one I just don't even get the point of it. It's turned upward. It's to
Oh.
catch water. You can drink after. Like,
There
Yeah,
you
that one's okay.
yeah, that one.
Yeah. It'd weigh your head down, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta check my dog here. I think she just shit on me or something. Holy God. You stinky dog.
There's an update.
Oh, hey.
What kind of an outfit is that?
That's a Japanese retro cyberpunk.
Yeah, yeah.
Good call on the fly.
What Hugh said. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's impressive. You.
You was right on that.
Yeah.
Oh, the sun is coming out. Well, you know, is this sunny in Montreal, Andrew?
It was, I mean, not sunny, but it wasn't overcast heavy, but
Okay.
it's getting brighter.
Yeah, the sun's coming in now. So. I'm not gonna close my blackout curtains. Everything's going good right now.
Well, is that sun? That's what I was going to ask you. I see sun on the side. That's your other curtains, right? Or your other window to your
My
left.
two windows here have the blackout curtains on. They're open. I didn't close them.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, go fish like here too. We're gonna have to get some things done. I gotta start washing the windows and everything there. Get ready for spring. I got lots of things to do still.
Yep.
And
So
believe me,
have you got it pretty much set the way you want it now, Roger?
the camera?
No, the your room.
Yeah, yeah.
The question I have for you now, you got to be honest. Was it worth buying the new desk? Did you get
Yes.
more room?
Yes,
No.
it was. It was worth it.
That was one big honking thing to have in that room before. So,
That was a hell of a big table, man. You know, even the flies are out now. You believe that crap?
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, I just saw one crawl on my camera outdoors.
We had a hornet in the kitchen a couple days ago.
oh, really?
We were
Yeah.
up at Benhagen the other week and there was a hatch of flies on there. It was
Yeah.
incredible.
I know the ladybugs are out. We already had some in the house, so
Wow. Drone shots. Yeah, I swear though that all the bugs in Canada have insulation, you know.
They find insulation. That's what you're getting is the ones that were lucky enough to find a little corner to go into.
Yeah, that's the problem with having a mild winter is we have a much worse insect problem next summer.
Of course. Absolutely.
we'll see. We'll see. It makes 3 times goes by in the camera already, so I'll see if it goes by again on it.
Yeah, look at that. Starting to see
Yep.
your driveway again.
Yeah.
Well, that's from Kim going up and down there.
Is Kim responsible for the black bit in the middle or the green spotty bit at the
Is that like
side?
is that like a skid mark?
Yeah, big skid mark. Yep.
Big
That's what it is.
I don't know. Kim's not very big. It would be having trouble telling between his ass dragging and a tire groom. They're about the same width, though.
I guess not gonna go again the blade thing. Okay.
As soon as you turn it off, it'll go across.
Oh,
Hi,
you-
Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Who's that that's there?
Brian.
Brian. Okay. Hi,
Yeah.
Brian.
Like the movie The Life of Brian that's not associated with music. Like this.
It's not associated with music like
You.
I say that? I'm sorry.
No, you're not. That's payback for my question a while ago. I know damn well.
Hey Skyview, how you doing?
Skyview Walker. Okay, I am subscribed to him.
I couldn't join right away, but when I heard you talking about it, I'm like right away that just popped in my head. I know what I gotta do.
Here we go, Paul. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Ba-da-ba-da.
Do, 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 do.
Ba-da-ba-da. Do-do-do-do. Ba-da-ba-da. Do-do-do-do-do. Ba-da-ba-da. Just for our friend Hugh.
No,
Yeah.
for Andrew. With love. From
Kim
Hugh.
wishes to point out that he is still in the chat.
Oh, we're always talking affectionately about you. You know
I
that.
don't know if you guys noticed today, but I got a new hat.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Les voyageurs.
Yes. See.
See, I'm partly French. No.
Yeah.
I did notice that, Paul.
Yeah, well, that's at my school. I drive to a French immersion school, so. I
Oh,
bought-
really?
Yeah, so I just bought a hat off of them.
It's amazing how those schools over the years outside of Quebec have taken off immersion, the lineups waiting to get in certain
Well,
places.
yeah, there's lineups to get in this school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just find it somewhat disturbing that they're calling a school Les Voyeurs. Was it,
Well,
or did
no,
I get
no.
that wrong?
No, it's
No.
called Pierre Trudeau French immersion school. Yeah, this is just their sports.
Well, that's kind of the
whatever.
symbol of voyeurism, isn't it, Pierre?
Yeah, warriors.
I'm assuming named after the dad, not the current.
I thought you were holding
Yeah,
up. the
yeah,
hat
with-
of the
yeah, it
hockey
definitely
team
was
here
after the dad.
in Drummondville. They're called the Vultures. The Vultures.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pierre.
Well, cheers. Yeah.
Hey, Skyview Walker. What's up, man?
Oh, they got all kinds of stuff, hoodies and T-shirts and.
Like my daughter, she has 1 week in French, 1 week in English. So they'd still do all the same courses. They just change every week as in a different language. So history this week and everything is in English. Next week will be in French.
Okay.
Hi, Laura.
It's amazing that kids have the ability to do that. Eh?
Wow.
Yeah.
They're the winners. The English schools are the real winners because they come out pretty much bilingual.
Yeah.
It's
Don't
the
blame
French
the-
kids that are paying the hell, and that's why a lot of French parents are against the laws here because they're not allowed to send their kids to English school.
Sucks.
Yep.
And you know, I can, because I went to school in an English school in Montreal, I'm able to send my kids to English school.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same as me. That's why my kids can. Otherwise, they wouldn't be allowed. Like Chris, we put him in the French school for the first 5 years because it is good to, and you get a better education right now there because there's more money going into it and that.
Sure.
But then my daughter's coming up and we had to put her in the English. So I said, there's not going to be, we had the 1 year where they were in different school boards and it was horrible. If one had a Friday off, the other one had a Monday off. If one had 2 days off, the other ones had the next week 2 days. Oh.
Well, you see, I don't want to get political. But
Yeah, well, we're not on the actual Canadian Drone Hub,
wait,
so we're
when
again.
Mr. Levite came in, the power, they said that all the kids that want to go to English school had to have a license to go to English school.
Hmm.
That's when my brother moved out of Quebec. He says, my kids are not dogs. They do not need licenses.
Mhm.
So he moved out of Quebec.
When Bill 101 came in, my
Yep.
whole family moved out of Quebec.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Plus 3/4 of the companies. I mean, Sun Life and all the big companies and that they all pulled out. That's what made Toronto. I mean, Montreal was really booming
Yeah.
until they decided to put the brakes onto it with this craziness.
Yeah.
Before Toronto's rise, Montreal was the biggest city in Canada, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Was it? It was
It was
big-
the hub, you know,
Yeah. Not anymore.
No, by their own doing. Hey, little Llama Laura.
Yep.
Hey, little llama.
Hey,
That's one thing that's appealing. That's one thing that's appealing to me about New Brunswick is for the simple fact is you have a good ratio of French and English because I want my kids speaking French, but you're respected equally in both, which is something that's really big to me, and which we should have had here in Quebec.
yeah.
Every kid should have been bilingual instead. We would have, they should be learning 3 languages.
It's also nice to see that Roger feels liberated enough to get political.
Canadian politics, but nobody gets offended about it. We can
Yeah.
talk about politics and
Yep.
it's okay.
It's all in how you approach it. Yep.
People bring out guns and knives and shit. It don't get
Bit of religion now.
The problem with it though is it always will lead there. That's the problem with heaven as a topic. That and religion, like Roger's talking, I get why he does it because every one of them is going to lead at some point somewhere to somebody crossing a line. It's inevitable.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Good luck to you on that.
Bit of racism and let's have it.
Yeah. Exactly. It will lead there, and those two topics will lead to there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, Mana. I hope she gets better. Prayers are with her.
Oh, so sorry, man.
Oh,
Brian.
sorry to hear.
Who's sick in the family?
Manamana's mother.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, bro.
Yeah.
He said about GoFundMe. If
Yeah, there's a GoFundMe.
Yep.
See, on the lighter side of it, I seen the news last night. This lady, she's in her 80s, if I remember right. She got her COVID vaccine shot. And after that, her doctor wrote her a prescription to hug her granddaughter for the first time in a year.
Oh,
And she's just sobbing, hugging her. And I don't think there's too many people that watched it. That it was, it was pretty.
Well done, that doctor.
Yep, it was. It was really nice. It was, there's so many bad stories come out of it. That was a really nice thing.
Yeah, Lost Girl Hikes, that's true. Yeah.
Angela, you talking about this one here? Yep. Oh.
Hey, Marshall, how you doing this morning?
Swing low.
Oh, sweet. Gee.
On that note, guys, I'm gonna get going.
Yeah.
Which particular one of the notes was it?
Yeah. Methinks it's time.
I really gotta get going because I want to. It's starting to get brighter here. Batteries are almost done.
Just get out and fly, Roger. Away you go.
Got one battery left to finish.
Like Nike says, just do it.
Yeah, I gotta eat something. Now I'm gonna go out.
Now, which one are you gonna fly, Roger?
Well, we got the two of them charging. You've got the Mini 2 and this one here. So
Okay, the Air 2.
I don't know which one I'll fly today.
Yeah. Okay.
Might be the Mini 2.
There you go. Okay, Roger.
I got more confidence in my MA2 than me too. I don't know
do
why.
you?
Because I know how far it goes. I know how,
You've done it with the Air 2. That's the thing.
Well, I think the Mini 2 will go just as far. It's running the same AccuSync,
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what the limitation of the Mini 2 is the flight time.
Well, it's the same thing as the MA2.
It's a similar one to the M.
you're flying in sport.
No, but what I mean is the OcuSync will go way farther than your battery will let you go.
Okay.
Like you get to 50% battery and you've still got 70 or 80% signal. You got to turn back.
No, I think we're just gonna jump in a car and fly around, drive around, see where we're gonna fly.
Well, we're waiting, Roger, for you to go revisit Karen.
Yeah, well, I got no place to park the car inside of the road.
Pull in her driveway.
Yeah, like hell. Yeah.
So I heard this is drone parking lot.
There's no place inside the roads to park right now, so.
Oh, okay.
Because
You know where I went yesterday? I went to a graveyard and I was going to fly there, but then I found a different spot. But the graveyard looked actually really good. Open, lots of trees, but good space.
Yeah, well, here they don't clear the no parking in the graveyards at all here.
Yeah.
They like close down for the winter.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Which is stupid. They should plow the freaking road, at least the entrance.
I wonder if they closed the ones on the mountain here, the two.
You see, that's where I really wanted to go. I wanted to go up to the graveyard where my parents are buried.
They're buried on Mount Royal?
No, they're buried up in Lennoxville.
Oh, okay.
Right beside Bishop's University.
Right.
And I wanted to fly all that area, but because that's one of the biggest cemeteries in Quebec also. But I wanted to fly all that area also, but I don't know how it is over there, if it's cleared up or not. So
because I know a lot of people up there, they use it for like those jogging paths all through it and stuff like that. Bicycle paths. They were trying to get rid of the bicycles, I know.
Yeah. It was almost a 2-hour drive where I want to go flying. So I want to go up by where our cottage used to be, but there's going to be a lot more snow there than it is here.
Yeah.
So that's way up right beside the Vermont border.
No, definitely. There'll be a lot more snow there for sure.
Yeah. I was thinking of flying the gorge, but there's no what do you call that? It's not colorful enough this time of year.
Mr. Murray.
Well, it is a hard time. Spring is the shittiest time of the year to do any kind of scenery photography.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not officially in spring.
I did thank you, Laura. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Rob.
Oh. I sent you a picture on Messenger from Laura.
Yeah, I just
saying you got another viewer.
Yeah.
Well, I finally got my last pack of batteries from Banggood. I thought they were off.
Nice.
Congratulations.
My mailman drove right straight by. There's nothing in the mail today. I'm
No.
still waiting for my Teesprings mask.
Yeah, same here.
Oh, yeah.
They said they've been shipped, but that was like a week ago or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I was going to complain to him at the price we pay for transport for shipping.
Oh, geez, they
shipping
should, but-
sucks big time.
yeah.
Paul Murray, check your messenger.
I got it there, Rob. Yeah.
No, I said Paul Murray.
Oh, Paul Murray. Okay, sorry.
What's that?
Your name, check your messenger.
Check your messenger.
What's that?
Paul rarely checks the chat, so the message.
Yeah.
That's a huge stretch.
Did they steal what from Andrew?
What's that?
Well, Manana said, "Did you steal that from Andrew?" And I go, "What?"
What you saying, Paul?
Little Laura's got a new watcher for you.
Oh, I'm so lost at this point now. I'm just smiling politely.
I'm just gonna smile and nod.
Yeah, Roger. This is mine here. Delivery date information will be available once details are provided by the carrier. But it March the 3rd, it departed from export facility. That's all.
California.
Yeah, they're just.
Well, it's coming with DHL. I seen the tracking. Did you check the tracking number on DHL?
No, I haven't tried that. Okay.
It'll probably be still marked California.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Oh, the Halo. Did you steal it from Andrew? Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, the Halo. Okay.
I've never had one. I've never been the proud owner of one.
Well, you have to be at a certain level. You got to be at Halo level. You know?
Yeah,
there's a lot of people just a little below it. If they just did a little bit more, they get up to Halo level.
Well, there, I'll give you mine so you can have double Halo. There you go. I don't think I'm going to be
My slips around here and just gets tighter and tighter.
So, Dave, did you order your Taco Bell yet?
Yeah, she's not getting it right now.
Oh boy!
And my groceries.
You're getting about 6 or 8 bean burritos, aren't you?
6.
Yeah, 6 of them. Oh, there you go.
Jesus.
And any thoughts on that, Andrew?
No, none.
Now you know where the wind's coming from, though.
Yeah, it sounds healthy, and I think it's a great idea. I don't.
Dave Ennis, Manam said, much appreciated. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. I hope your mother gets better. Thank you, Rob.
My shoulder friend is enjoying the chat, Welshra. What's a shoulder friend?
She's got a parrot on her shoulder.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
she's
the picture I just sent.
She's there she is there.
Oh, that's adorable.
Laura's got a lot of birds, and
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
Laura.
she just lost one recently.
Oh, they live quite a long time, don't they, those birds?
Yep.
Like
Especially
those parrots that Lynn has, I couldn't, that's like, what, 50, 60 years?
they're like
I
turtles.
thought they outlived people, didn't they?
Some of them do. I think certain breeds do.
Yeah.
Lynn has had to make arrangements for him.
Anthony?
If anything happens to her, he's going to go to a
Oh
sanctuary.
my God.
Wow. Yeah, so I just got five more mini whoop batteries. So I got 10 now. That should let me fly for quite a while.
You going full hog for that?
Pardon me?
You going full on for that?
Going full on?
Yeah, with all the batteries and the chargers.
Oh yeah. You don't get much time. They're only like you only get like 3 minutes of flight time per battery.
Roger, on Google Maps, you can take a virtual tour. They have stops everywhere across the Mount Royal Cemetery.
Yeah.
I've never seen that before in my life.
That'd be nice to fly there.
Yeah, that covers pretty much, because anybody doesn't know, Montreal's an island and there's only one Mountwell Mountain, quote unquote. That's where the rich all lived, and they've turned into two gigantic cemeteries up there. And I like them because they're done the European style. It's not just a bunch of rows.
Mhm.
So there's like trees growing through everything. That's why a lot of people use it for jogging and stuff, all the paths. Like,
My great grandfather's buried up there somewhere.
really?
I don't know where though. Don't remember.
Man, now it costs an absolute fortune. It's like buying another house.
He died almost 50 years ago.
Mm.
Sorry, I gotta I was just checking out that messenger thing.
Like Xenia's dad, when we go to the cemetery, it's a good 3/4 of a kilometer in just to get to it. It's a long walk.
Hey, here's a question for you.
Yeah.
I thought her name was pronounced Ksenia, but you call her Xenia.
That's the trick with it. That's why I have trouble saying her name when I explain it to somebody, because they have so much trouble understanding there's a K in front of it. I say it a different way to make it more palatable for people to learn, like if they're asking to spell it, or
Okay.
because it's Ksenija, but it sounds more like an X. Like her name, that you see, when I think about it, it's hard when I say it normally. Ksenia. It's like at the end of it. Yeah.
Okay, so now I know how to pronounce it. Thank
Like
you.
Xena, Princess Warrior, that kind of spelling, like, it's that same philosophy.
Gotcha.
Because the IJA is common there. It's yeah. Like Latvia spelt their way would be Latvija,
Well, look at the Irish. Siobhan is spelled Siob.
Oh my God, I know. Something like Sean and stuff like that. Even like, there's, yeah.
That's the same in the UK.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Hugh, even Hugh should be a simple name, but it's not. Everybody calls me different things.
I love when what's his name's on here, the Tank, because he always calls you by the French name, and I had never heard that in years, and it takes me a moment to think who he's talking to. Erg.
Yeah, that's what I got called when I was a kid.
And I had a friend named Erg Sharon. Erg always made me feel like you're about to upchuck. Erg. It's got that kind of flow to it like that. No offense to your name.
Yeah.
I love my name. In Mexico, they called me Hugo.
Mine, they could never get it right because there's Andres, of course, the French version of Andrew.
Okay.
They never said it right. Now, even when I played hockey, I would be in like Pee Wee and that, they'd be calling out the roster. Erg Sharon, numero, da, da, da. And I was always Mathieu. And it's like, where the hell did you get the M? Like, how did I become Matthew all of a sudden from Andrew?
Yeah.
And I thought it was a one-time thing, but it happened to me a lot in life. Mathieu. That's all right, little Laura.
Yeah, I can never pronounce it.
I always use that example when we go to the doctors and they come out to call you in and they're like, and she's like, yeah, that's me. doesn't even bother trying to tell them the difference.
I just ask, how's your wife doing?
Phonetically, it's Senija.
What's that? Phonetically, yeah.
Senija.
Yeah. Kiss and yeah. 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 It's a hard one. And in her in Latvia, if our son, for instance, kept her name, her last name is Vinogradova with an A, and he would have to be Vinogradovs with an S because he's a boy. And then once you get married, that changes again. So it's judged on your, like, instead of Mr. or Mrs. or, you know, it's set by your last name.
I read in the news recently that one of the Latin countries was thinking of getting rid of gender in their speech, but Latin languages are all based around gender.
Well, yeah, it's the same as French. It's the same thing. Like everything that a table's masculine, a chair's feminine, and blah 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 blah.
Which I find ridiculous.
Mm.
It just seems so bloody arbitrary.
Yeah.
Why is it masculine or feminine? Like,
Well, that's why the first 4 years of learning French, all you do is learn verbs and conjugation. That's all it is. It's just nothing but day
Come
in,
on,
day
Cap.
out.
shit.
I just got noticed that
Well,
Luminar got a big update coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Or what?
Update.
The videos I did yesterday, I didn't even put them in my computer yet. They're still on the
Yeah.
SD card.
You're brave. I don't like leaving them on too long in case it card. I don't know. I lose the card or it screws up or.
Yeah. First thing we do when we're finished for the day, when we're out and about, is transfer everything off the cards
Mm.
and then back them up.
Yes.
Well, you guys like getting me nervous, don't you?
Well, I'm just. I don't want.
God,
I don't want.
okay, I'll do it.
I don't want you to come on tomorrow and say, "Oh, geez, you'll never guess what happened." That's
Yeah.
that's even worse than getting nervous. She's doing all right, Laura. Day by day, day by day.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am out of here. I got to go take a quick trip to London. So you guys all have a good day. We'll catch
Well, he's saying that, but what he really needs, he hinted a little while ago, he's out of Tim Hortons.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's where he's going.
yeah.
See? And look at that. It's empty.
Yep.
He's not shy about it, though.
Yeah.
No, he's not. No.
Oh, by the way, this was a free one today.
He's their best form of advertising.
You want to know something else? I went twice to Tim Hortons yesterday, and their app wasn't even working.
Oh, shit.
You couldn't even get your thing scanned.
Yeah.
You know, I went to Tim Hortons the other day, and then I drove the extra 100 meters over to McDonald's and got their coffee because
He likes the old school formula.
That's
that's
right.
right. That's right.
The dark roast the other
The
day.
octane, yes. If I have to drink from Tim Hortons, I want the dark roast because
Well,
like
see, you can add to your moniker, Andrew. You're an originalist.
Have she been unwell? Have she, your wife, Andrew?
sorry.
Have she been unwell?
Yeah, well, there was a bunch of things, and we're getting closer to a diagnosis, so we're just waiting on the last test results, hopefully, and then we'll know. That's been going on.
Sorry to
Since,
hear that. I didn't know.
no, it's been going on since last summer.
We've been hoping that she's not allergic to the McDonald's coffee.
Yeah, for sure. So, anyways, guys, have a good one. Catch you all later, eh?
All right.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye,
See you
guys.
later, Paul.
Yep. Bye.
Hi, Paul.
And I didn't mean to make light of.
No. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all.
Because
Yeah.
she is the light of your life, and we enjoy when she pops in and plants those little kisses on you and brings you coffee and yeah.
Well, they think they found it, and what it is it's a stomach virus that's common to Eastern Europe, and it is treatable. There's no worries there. The only thing that sucks about it is it's kind of a precursor to stomach cancer, like women have with that I can never think of it, MPV, the
Human papillomavirus.
yeah, exactly. Can sometimes, is a precursor sometimes to ovarian cancer, and that it's the same thing. So, but it doesn't mean she has it. But this spring we thought she had cancer. That's why we were gone off for a while on that.
Well, hopefully, if the diagnosis is completed and they treat her, that will preempt and take care of it all.
Well, that's it. Exactly. It's not going to mean that she's going to have. That's why I didn't want to go on. There's too many people trying to pull everything in the book to get money, and you know how I felt about that.
Yeah.
And it's hard to put on a smile at the time. We were worried, and with everything else going on, and I didn't want to go on and talk about it because then I felt like I was leading towards, like some of the other ones have done on here. So that's why it was easier just to go away for a while. Plus, with everything going on as well, there was a lot of reasons.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's ruled out. So that's why I didn't talk about it for a long time until that was ruled out. So, but yeah, the virus, I mean, they can treat it. And once it's treated, she might never have, it might not lead to anything. You know, it's just that it is
Right.
possible. It ups the average. Facebook probably, or Twitter, we don't check it as much. Little Lamalora. Right now, we're kind of up to our throats. So if you're right, don't take offense to it if we just don't answer back right away. But
Hey, guys, I'm not looking at the chat or anything. I'm transferring files there, so.
oh wow, I love that! Look at the way he's holding his cigarette. What a great Rainy Levesque imitation!
Yeah.
Man, God is Quebec is finished.
Who was it back in the 60s and 70s used to do the travel logs, and he used to always have the cigarette there?
Yeah.
George Perot, wasn't it?
Was it?
Hey, who has Paul? You have the Mini too, right?
Yes.
How do you get into the D-Cine like profile? Where's that?
It's under your camera settings. And then you go into camera settings and it gives you a list of different things you can do. And I don't do decenter, like I do just normal mode.
Yeah. I tried shooting Rennie Levesque.
Yeah.
Spoil.
Rennie Levesque.
Spoil.
My father's dream is to go to Quebec City and piss on his grave.
Yeah,
Yeah, you talk about not going political. You should meet my dad. He has a picture like that of Rainey underneath a toilet seat hanging in his garage. When you lift the lid, it's him smoking a cigarette. Yeah.
Did Rennie champion Bill 101?
He's the one who led the separation movement.
Yeah.
I'd spit on his grave too.
Yep. He's from a town about 60 kilometers from where I grew up, and it's 85% English. New Carlisle is the name.
Oh.
It's like a living Trailer Park Boys place, but yeah, that's where he's from. And they put his statue in Quebec City when he died, and they realized that he was kind of a runt because the statue looked small, so they took it down and replaced it with one like 8 feet tall, and put his in his hometown with 60 new laws about what would happen if you defaced it or anything like that. And they were already starting to chip away at him.
There's armed guards around it all the time with dogs.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
They're not. They can't stop them. Like I said, they're Trailer Park Boys kind of guys. So yeah, there's a will, there's a way.
That's crazy.
What's that one guy's name with the googly-eyed glasses?
Bubbles.
Bubbles, yeah.
Bubbles. Yeah, I like him the best.
Everybody likes Bubbles.
Bubbles is quite a fella.
Who the hell is Bubbles?
Trailer Park Boys. You never watched that?
Okay. No, to tell you the truth, I never even looked at one episode of that.
Really?
No, I haven't even looked at one episode.
Oh my God, it's so much like growing up in the East. I knew so many people. That town was, like I say, it was literally like a Trailer Park Boys set.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty Canadian.
I knew one kid, one time he told me he had a dream that he turned for his 18th birthday, that he got a welfare check cake. And I said he was lying, and he showed me that's how much ambition was going on around there. I thought, yeah.
Yeah. God.
Yep. That's why when I first seen it, there was no fanfare. It was on Showcase. I seen like the second or third episode. I couldn't tell for 15 minutes if it was real or a fake documentary.
Hey, Rod, did you see what Drone Shots put?
No, I'm still transferring files. Hold on.
Okay.
Paul,
Hold
I
on.
can't find that D-Cine like anywhere in the video settings.
Well, Drone Shot says under the model, it says files or something. Or
No, they're talking. He's talking with Kim, I think.
okay.
Downloading stuff off Thingiverse.
Let me. I don't think I need to fire my drone up to go to it. Let me hang on.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, do I?
Yeah, it's a pain in the butt. That's why it's annoying.
Dang you, Hugh.
Well,
I know.
I just transferred everything off my DVD SD card. So.
Friend of mine that here that lives in Kingston, not too far from you. He's got into flight simulator. He started building up his setup. He was showing me.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's not that into it then.
No, he's just starting. Believe me, I know him. Give him a couple of months. He works for the government, but he has a channel called Dark Astronomy, and because there's one of the main dark zones are there outside of Kingston, and he's been written up in a couple of high-profile magazines for his astronomy work.
That looked like an 18650 Manamana.
Oh, I don't think there is a D City like on the Mini or the Mini 2.
Hang on, I thought there was, but that's the problem when you have so many different drones.
I know.
Let me go here.
Wish I had that problem.
You got more than I've got.
You tell him, David. Damn straight. Oh, son of a...
Yep. Channel camera. JPEG and one on Instagram. Yep. No, there
I'm
is.
gonna share one video.
Uh-oh. Is this just off the ones you've just downloaded, is it?
Yeah.
Roger.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, you seeing this, guys?
Yep.
Is it up?
Oh, that's a lovely picture.
Good.
Wow.
Believe it or not, this is a little town where I live.
That's Avenir?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's where you live now, or where you did?
No, he lives just on the corner of it. I guess you.
Yeah, just on the outskirts.
That's beautiful.
Is that where they burned all the
Dancer
strip
bar.
clubs?
Yeah.
What did they burn?
Well, our strip joint burnt down, and then,
Oh, that's a
and the post office and the little grocery store we had.
You know what, Roger? How far are you from Lac Megantic?
Yeah. We for flying around the mines.
Yeah, and even like to show like the town afterwards, you know, like it kind of clickbait that a little bit.
You mean Black Lake?
Where the fire took place in town, you know, like I don't think it's all
I know,
rebuilt yet.
I don't know if we're allowed flying around there. I know I want to go fly the asbestos mines. I want to go fly around there.
Could be interesting.
But it's a 2-hour drive, but am I allowed? I don't know. And I look at these bloody maps there. I'd rather go there and just fly the freaking thing. Especially if you got the Mini 2, you're allowed to fly.
Yep.
There was a movie just came out recently on either Netflix or Amazon, and they went and used the there was a fire scene, and they went and used the footage from Lac Megantic, and they got them to take it out.
Yeah, they gotta take it out. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, so many people got killed there too, eh?
47 people.
Yeah.
That happened when Xenia's mom died. We were in Latvia, and Xenia called me, and she's like, "Come see this. We're watching news from France."
Okay.
And that's when we.
Tell you what, this new DJI controller is so nice in the hand. That other one that folded, it used to pinch my palms with the sharp edges. This is great.
Yeah.
So nice.
Oh, guys, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah.
I gotta start planning what we're gonna do there. I gotta eat something first. Okay, guys, have a good one. Thank you for being with me.
Roger. Roger.
Everybody, don't forget to hit that like button for Paul. It's his channel, so check it out, and don't forget to hit it. Bye, everybody.
Take
See you later.
Bye, Roger.
Bye.
Yeah, Teresa's gonna be back any minute. I better get off here too.
Yeah. I'm just getting ready to pull. I should have been gone at 11, but.
I think me and Sam are live tonight.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Ah, give me a holler, Rob.
Yeah, I will do.
I try. It's at a hard time, but I'll try. I'll try.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Same as Gary's his last 2 weeks. I haven't been able to catch them.
What I can't figure out, Hugh, is down here in the bottom where you should be able to change to like 4K and all that stuff. When I tap on it, it doesn't do anything.
You've got to be attached to the drone, I think, to make changes there. You should be able to see it though.
Well, no. See, I am attached to the drone. See.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Anyway, I checked online. There is no D-Cine-like for the Mini.
Oh, there isn't. I think it does have it though on the Mini, on the Air 2, right?
Oh, the Air 2, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss my Mavic Air. It is definitely, it was a better drone, period. Faster, more options, better camera. I'm getting hungry. I think I might have to go and buy myself a snack.
Yeah, I'm going to head out as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to shut it down, gang.
All right, kids.
I think we beat it to death enough, and I thank everybody for coming in, and we'll see you all again soon, and thank you so much, and have a great day, everybody, and if you can, if the weather permits, get out and fly.